Welcome, everybody, to the Pop Culture Playoffs. Today, Blasted Maestro and myself are going to do a Halloween costume tier list. First of all, Maestro, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, guys. I'm doing fantastic, and it's time to kick off the season. Halloween. Oh, yeah. Everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Right? Okay, so October is right around the corner. We're hoping to do a bunch of these, so make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow along and put in some comments. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Like...
Trick or treat for Halloween.
So first of all, Maestro, what is your favorite holiday, and why is it Halloween?
Wait a minute, you kind of set me up there. Man, I sure love Halloween. Halloween's fun. It's not only the kickoff to the holiday season, but it's, you dispense with the summer craziness, even though that can be fun too. But man, Halloween, that costume that's been collecting dust in your closet for an entire year, you get to bring that out again. You get to put it on. It's a time where you get to put on a mask, be something you're not, have some fun. And Halloween as a tradition has had a long and storied history, from actual mischief, fires, and the blowing up of Parliament to finding paper masks that you can rip out of a magazine back in the 1960s. Back when I guess Halloween was considered fashionable, where the elite put on costumes and went to these lavish parties, and then it kind of died off, and it's really seen a resurgence now. Halloween, scary movies, I'm all about that. The atmosphere and everything, so good.
Right? Like, what's better than scaring your friends, getting to dress up? I mean, you get to wear a costume to school or work, and you get away with it. You get free candy and scary movies and walking up to strangers' houses.
You get an excuse to set things on fire. Suddenly, people handing candy out to children is a little less illegal.
And if they don't hand out candy, you can egg their house.
You can totally pump eggs at their house. I would. I still might.
Who knows? It's a long month. You don't know what you'll be doing. So I'm very excited. Today we are going to be going over Halloween costumes, and we're going to be ranking them. And we have a whole list. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you drop comments. And again, make sure you like and subscribe. This is going to be a blast. What do you think, Maestro?
Blast. I like it. I do think it's going to be a blast. I'm ready to blast off with this Halloween costume tier list and the official blast off of Halloween.
I know. We're so close. Can you believe it's already October?
It's not really already October, but it's so pretty
close.
Close. It's
officially.
Pretty close. Oh, it's knocking on the door.
You guys hear that?
That's amazing.
October is knocking at the door, and it's almost here, and it will be Halloween soon. So that's why we're going to hopefully be doing lots and lots of these Halloween videos. So make sure you are liking and subscribing, and we hope you continue to join us.
Absolutely. Toss suggestions in the comments, guys. We have lots to pick from, a lot of ideas to float out there. We would like to do the topics that you guys pick and that you guys want to see, because we're ultimately here to entertain you.
Yes. So
yes.
help us help you.
Help us give you candy. We have candy. No. We have so much candy.
I know. In the description, I should have promised candy. There will be candy.
If you don't like candy corn, tell us you don't like candy corn. We won't give you candy corn.
That's it. I'm just spitballing here, but best Halloween candy, like that would be a good one, huh?
That would be a good one. Candy corn would be at the bottom. That'd be dog poop after.
Candy corn is legit gross. Unless you like it. Do you like it?
No. I mean, yes, granted, some candy corn is better than other candy corn. Not all candy corn is created equal. Brock's tends to have pretty decent candy corn, but that's not saying much. Saying that you are a better tasting dog poop.
No, they should put on the packaging. Our candy corn is actually good. We know the other guys aren't. Ours is actually good.
It's better than bad. Or we suck less.
All right, so let me explain how we are going to do this today. So we have a tier list right here, and we have all the costumes down here at the bottom, and we are going to be ranking them. These are the options that we have. We have legendary costume, and the list is fluid and could change, and the tiers could change as well, depending on our moods. But right now, the top tier is legendary costume. After that, we have cool threads, which is a solid effort. It's very good, but not epic. In the middle, we have cliche, but no one wants to be a cliche, but not terrible, not great. Then we have borderline cringe. You definitely do not want to be on that list because it's real bad. And then at the bottom, of course, the classic dog poop F tier. This is a part of the list you do not want to be on, and you do not want your costume to be in that part of the list. So we're aiming for and your suggestions as well. So if you have an idea, if you have a suggestion of where you think that costume fits, please let us know, and we will count your feelings. We are first going to start off with
Nurse.
A nurse costume for Halloween. So, that's not to get off track here, but my wife's a nurse, and they do not dress like this. So just heads up right there. I have not seen any nurses. Maybe is this like an old timey thing? Did nurses used to dress like this? Now they just wear scrubs. So this is not an official nurse outfit, and it doesn't even seem practical. It feels like if you were out trick or treating in this, like you're gonna draw some attention, and it's gonna be cold. So, what is your thoughts on? Imagine if
hello, nurse.
And then the nurse is there. You're just like, oh, okay, hello. All right. I guess this is happening.
I must be sick. Really sick.
All right. So, Maestro, what is your thought on a nurse costume for Halloween?
I think the most similar outfit that I've seen in real life was back during World War II, maybe in England. They had some of these in the triage. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was like this, but the Red Cross was definitely so that you could tell where they are, especially on the battlefield. You could tell where your medic was, where the medic was with the look for the Red Cross, but you wouldn't be yelling for a nurse, and something tells me those tights would get caught in the razor wire, so that wouldn't be very practical.
No, this seems to have little to do with making you better, but making you feel better looking at them. I guess that's the only thing I can think of is this is good for morale.
Yeah, costume nurse.
As a Halloween costume, this doesn't seem very practical. And again, like what you're aspiring to be a 1940s World War II nurse, like as a kid, why would you even like rock a nurse costume? But in an adult Halloween party, this would probably be pretty popular.
It maybe. I think a lot of people have gone past the. I almost said cliche, but it sort of is. And the worst part is the the people that are actually nurses in real life are probably the ones that tend to pick the nurse outfit. I don't see any non-nurse picking the nurse outfit.
I really wanted to be a nurse, so for Halloween, I'm going to dress up like one.
I'm going to pretend to be a nurse. I'm going to make you all better, baby.
I'm going to look like a fake nurse from the 1940s. What are
I'm going to feed you candy till you die, and then resurrect you.
You should have like a needle for insulin, so all the diabetes from all the candy you're eating.
Needle filled with pixie stick powder. Let me just put this in your veins.
Well, this does not seem like a great Halloween costume, but it was first on the list. Maestro, let's start it off. Where should we put nurse costume?
Well, nurse costume, I would definitely pump into cliche if I had my druthers.
Yeah, I think it's too good to be borderline cringe, because if someone showed up in a nurse costume, you would give them your attention. So It's not cringy. It's also not very cool either. It's not authentic in any way. Not even sure it's practical. And again, like, do you want attention from weirdos because you look great? I don't know. Maybe some people do. I know I don't.
There could be subcategories too with a lot of these. Like you could have zombie nurse. You could have, depending on the quality of the costume, you could have, I just grabbed this off the shelf at Myers nurse.
I'm running late. Yeah, I'm running late to the party. What do they have left?
Let's just go into, that's right. It's October 27th. You're having a Halloween party, short notice. You go into Myers or Walmart, they're practically sold out of everything. You're shoehorned into getting the nurse costume or like one of the president costumes. And it's like, oh, I guess I'm
Hmm.
being a nurse.
Hmm.
Or you can
Yeah, but
just go
like,
the super lazy route and just put on a baseball cap backwards and
well,
be what was that kid in Hocus Pocus? He's a little leaguer.
that's a great segue. I know you didn't even mean to do this, but
Yeah.
the next one's a dog. That's not a segue at all.
Yeah.
I thought I had an athlete queued up. I
Yeah.
do not. So we have the dog. As you can see here, she is going to. So my first thought on this dog costume is it's going to be hot. Like you're going to be very warm. So in a cold state, Halloween is typically cold, but in a warmer state, I think you would melt wearing this. This looks like wool. It looks like a lot going on, and like a dog walking on 2 feet like seems kind of creepy anyways. Like, are you gonna like go down on all fours and walk around? I don't think so. So her name is Puddles. That doesn't even make sense for a dog name. What is your thoughts about a dog costume for Halloween?
Oh man, if we're just judging this costume, I mean, like you said, if unless you're heading up to somebody's hotel room after a furry convention, then you're probably not probably not rocking a dog
I didn't
costume.
think, yeah, this actually has a whole other meaning and could be super popular if we ever did a furries
Yeah,
episode.
like there are some really, really good dog costumes, dog furries out there. So I suppose you could say that it's actually a pretty popular costume to be some sort of animal, but not really as a Halloween costume. When I think Halloween costume, I think something scary, something like a monster. So if dog segues into werewolf, that could boost its points a little bit. But the big gold bone with the name on it, like I've never seen a dog with a that size of a bone in comparison
Well, you
to
get to yeah, you see her entering, and then you're like,
Whoa.
Gary, good. Is it a good boy?
Yeah.
I feel like the whole night people are going to be like, "Are you a good boy?" Trying to pet you, and just like
Hmm.
if the tail's not wagging and it's just like firm
And
like that, it's going to feel really weird too. So,
and I'm not seeing a zipper in front of that anywhere.
ooh,
How do you open
exactly.
that thing?
It's not going to be convenient for going to the bathroom at any point or even getting out of. So you are trapped. You've made a commitment. So I guess on the plus side, you've made a commitment to wearing this costume and you're going to rock it all night and you're not going to be able to go to the bathroom, I don't think.
Unless it's in the costume.
Uh, mm, mm.
Yeah, you could just get a pair of adult diapers, put them on underneath. That's
Mm.
really all you need to wear with this is adult diapers and the dog costume, nothing else.
Okay, so I think I can tell where we're going with the dog costume. I think I'm leaning. Well, let me. I think I'm leaning towards borderline cringe or dog poop tier. What say you? What say you, sir?
Let's put it in dog poop F tier.
Dog poop F tier. It actually fits
It
perfectly
does.
because it is a dog. So, dog poop F tier. You have your first costume. It is ironically a dog costume.
Agreed.
Any dog sound effects I can get from you? Right. Okay, I think that would work. All right, so the very next one. This is kind of funny. Hot dog. So just like generic on the list was generic food costume. I think if you came in looking like a hot dog, you might attract an actual dog because he's going to want to eat you. You look delicious. You got some mustard smeared on you. If you're going down the comedy route, I know you talked about scary
Hmm.
costumes earlier. If you're going to talk about funny costumes, I think this would be funny. I think if somebody walked in like this, you'd get a laugh. You can make all sorts of wiener references all night, which would also be funny.
I do
But
that anyway.
don't need a hot dog costume for that. But is this really something that like is that like look at that buffoon over there dressed as a hot dog? You know, it's funny, but then like you got to wear it all night, and I don't know. What's your thoughts on the hot dog?
Well, I do appreciate that it just has the mustard on there instead of the mustard and the ketchup. That's
Mhm.
probably how I pump my hot dogs.
Definitely.
But here's the thing with the hot dog costume. Every single costume party that you see on TV, cartoons, live action, there's always some dude in a hot dog costume. And I don't know what, when you watch football, there's around Halloween, there's always someone dressed in the hot dog costume. The hot dog costume is ubiquitous and is everywhere for some reason.
It is quite popular. You're
It's
right.
never any other food. I never really see anyone dressed up as a blancmange or a croquembouche. I don't know why I'm using French pastries.
Croissant wasn't available.
Yeah, dressed up as a croissant or a bowl of pudding.
I don't know. Yeah, bowl of pudding would be. Yeah, if somebody pulled that off, that would be pretty unique.
Yes, just a bowl over your head covered in pudding.
Pudding man here.
You could do a banana. I've seen the bananas. A
Okay,
banana is another
that.
pretty eggplant I've seen dressing up as an eggplant. I guess it has to be roughly human shaped. It has to be long.
Yeah.
Slightly
Halloween,
bulbous.
Come to think of it, yeah, Halloween is very phallic. I guess we're figuring out right here with the hot dog. You're right though; it has to be the costume has to be a certain shape. A bowl of pudding wouldn't work.
No.
You know what? It's funny. You're right. I have seen this a lot on TV, but I don't think I've ever actually seen somebody in person dressed as a hot dog.
Yeah, because it's always as a joke. Like if you're going to a party, people tend to put some thought into their costumes, and unless you're, I don't know, I guess unless you don't care, but just getting the hot dog costume is I don't know.
Thanks, Arnold.
Yeah, the hot dog costume.
Get to the
chopper. My name is Detective John Kimball.
Oh, you know what Schwarzenegger would put on his hot dog? Sauerkraut.
He would dress up as a cigar. Have you seen that? Have you seen that? Where he's like making fun of people. I don't have to hide like a baby, like you.
Who is your daddy and where does he work?
Yeah. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Kindergarten cop, people, look it up. So yeah, I don't know how we got off on that tangent, but sauerkraut, yeah, would go well on this hot dog.
If you could have like accessories to go with the hot dog, like if you just showed up as Bear Hot Dog and just have somebody else show up as the bun, and then just like
that. Well,
I was gonna say bump and grind and just have people squirt ketchup.
That might be problematic. What about like if like hot dogs and hamburgers or fries, or your date comes as fries or a hamburger?
Fries go good with hot dogs?
I don't know what kind of side goes with. He's already got mustard on him. What else does he need?
I like sauerkraut on him. Relish. Could fling some relish on him.
Oh, that's that. If somebody walked up to me in this costume, I would say, "I relish your costume."
I relish your costume, sir. You look absolutely delectable.
Divine, even.
Oh, Zivina makes me dumpy grumpy.
I guess if you want people to try to eat you all night,
just be the hot dog.
I feel like I've seen this. We got a comment. I feel like I've seen this as part of a couple's costume. As part of a couple's costume, where it has lots of potential that way. Like one person hot dog, the other as a bun. All right, thank you, Lynn, for adding that. I agree. Like that's what you were saying, Maestro. Somebody coming in as the bun and somebody coming in as the hot dog. I don't know. I feel like if you just walked in as a bun, that'd be really weird.
Man, what are you? I'm bread. Whoa, it's pretty scary, man. Jeez.
I'm Wonder Bread.
Yeah, that would be really awkward if your other half decided not to show up or forgot.
And you were just the bear hot dog or just the bear bun. Oh,
yeah, you just show up. That'd be a good way to troll somebody. Plan it out. Just have him show up as the bear bun.
or yeah, you come in. Yeah, you come as the hamburger meat, and you're just waiting. You're just waiting.
Bottle of or a condiment. Yeah, like a bottle of ketchup. Just show up as a bottle of ketchup or mustard.
Yeah, there you go, Lynn, as a condiment. So yeah, oh yeah, there you go. Exactly, a bottle of ketchup or a thing of like mustard, like that'd
Hmm.
be kind of cool. But
Yeah.
that's I feel like maybe like ketchup and mustard would probably go together versus like a bear hot dog and like a thing of mustard.
Like how a bear hot dog. Is it only called hot dog when it's fully assembled in the bun with the
Mm,
ketchup on it
it's
by itself?
a
Is
Frank
it
maybe.
is it just a Frank? But once it's installed into the bun, then then it's a real hot dog.
Right. Oh, thank you, Lynn, for your comments. Yeah, if you just walked in as a bear bun, I don't even know if that's actually a costume, so that would be pretty weird. But that's very funny. I like that. But I don't
Yeah.
really like the costume too much. What are we going to do with the hot dog?
Well, I think part of it plays off well because it is corny and a little bit funny. So I would probably put it at borderline cringe. But this is
Okay.
the one where it's can live there and be very good at being borderline cringe. Because
Yeah.
some people can make it work, other people can't. Other people just don't care.
No, I agree. If you're wearing it ironically, just to try to get a laugh, and you got that kind of sense of humor, and you're gonna
Hmm.
lean in, and you're gonna lean into it. Then yes, I think
Yeah, if you're gonna full commit to the hot dog, then I think you can make it look decent. Like maybe put red paint on your face or something like that, or maybe
like
just maybe
like
just
even
have maybe just have the mustard go all the way up over your face.
like the lady in the Little Caesars commercial where she's
Hmm.
putting the lipstick on in the airplane and just like.
Yeah.
But like even look at this guy. He's just like, hey, I'm a hot dog.
Hey, look at me.
Hey,
How do I
yeah,
look?
enjoy me.
I
Yeah.
got this with Stitch Fix. What do
All
you
right.
think?
So congrats, hot dog. You have made the borderline cringe tier. What? Okay, next up. Ooh, a pirate. Okay, so my thoughts on this is if you can come dressed as a pirate and bring a sword or some sort of weapon, like
Hmm.
you've already won the evening. You've come in with a weapon. You have maybe even a patch. Like I think this guy's missing. Like this guy looks like he took some eye damage, but he's not wearing a patch, so
Hmm.
he didn't fully commit. But I like the weapon. I like maybe an eye patch. You get to talk like a pirate all evening. If you are fully in character, I feel like this is one that you could have a lot of fun with.
I agree.
That's the voice. But
That's right.
you have to do that all night though. And then how is
Yeah.
your vocal cords going to be after that evening?
Well, I'm just not gonna worry about that. I don't know what accent it was. Don't you worry, mate. I'm
And
not gonna worry.
and you have to deal with scurvy.
Drench foot. Yeah. Or not trench foot. Yeah, scurvy. Or rickets.
My leg doesn't work so well
Yeah.
anymore.
I've got rickets.
Oh, if you could get the peg, yeah, if you could have the peg leg somehow. That'd be, oh, and also you could have a parrot on your shoulder. Like
Hmm.
I think the parrot on your shoulder would be legit as well.
Does that make it more legit to have
Oh
a
yeah.
parrot on your shoulder? You think
Oh,
pirates
definitely.
had parrots on their
The
shoulders?
pirates, like they're just like the parrots cling to them. They seek them out and land on them. It's how it is.
And just
It's
plunder
like
everything.
or even while you're
Yeah,
plundering, you have to have a bird on your shoulder.
that's
That's how it
right.
works.
The bird's the lookout. Pirates up! There's the police!
Definitely. All right,
So
so
the jig is up, lads.
you know what? It's funny. You showed up to a Halloween party, and I thought you were a pirate. You had a fantastic costume, and I said to you, I go, "That is a great pirate costume." And you go, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, and you go, "I'm D'Artagnan." And
Yeah.
I go,
I still have
and
the
you
hat.
go,
It's a musketeer, yeah.
and you go, Three Musketeers. And I go, like the candy bar? And you said, no, the book. And I go, ah. But you looked great. You look better than this schmuck for sure.
Yeah, we could critique this guy right here. Like this is the costume you get at Walmart. Now let's take a look at the sword, for example.
Mhm.
That is not a pirate sword. That's like a scimitar. A pirate would not be using this right there.
Would he be swashbuckling with that sword?
No, he would not. I mean, if that's a sword that he just found laying somewhere, then sure, he'd pick it up. But normally they would use something shorter, like a Coley Schmard or a Shiovana, which is like a Scottish basket hilt, great for fighting on board ships. But we could do another show on pirates later on. That would be a fun topic as well.
Would love to do a pirate episode. He's been pitching that since day one. So if you want a pirate episode, put it in the comments. So you don't like the sword? Well, yeah, I mean, I think you brought a real sword to the Halloween party, but
I did. I have a couple of them.
I was thinking maybe if you're going out, you probably don't want to bring a real sword. Probably.
Why not? They look like a real sword, which is the whole point.
Yeah, I guess so. What other day of the year can you brandish a weapon like that in public? I mean, so yeah, you might as well get away with it.
Well, the brandishing part is a different story. Just having the real sword in your it's just on your side. Now, if I planned on unsheathing and just running at people with it, that would be a different story.
Were you sheathing? I don't remember. You were not sheathing.
It was totally sheathed. There was
no sheathing. It was unsheathed. He was running. Don't let him fool you, people. He was running and unsheathing for sure.
Oh, give me that.
Where's my candy? Where's my candy?
So earlier you mentioned a swashbuckling, and that's an actual term that was used back then. So swashbuckling was actually a derogatory term towards pirates.
Oh,
and it was given to them by the well-uniformed British Navy. So when you buckle on armor and your belt, the end that goes into the buckle was called the swash, and the buckle was obviously the buckle. And when you were swashbuckling, you didn't care about buckling and securing everything. So you had the ends of your buckles and leather straps kind of like going like this, with the buckles going like this, making noises. And so that's where the term swashbuckling came from.
Wow. I thought it was just gibberish.
No, not at all.
That's what you get with Maestro. You get some history. What do you guys think? The pirate costume.
So the pirate costume's been a thing, and it's been popular even before the Pirates of the Caribbean movies made it even more popular.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Everyone loves pirates. Everyone loves the I guess the lore surrounding pirates, not exactly the reality, but I would have to put that at legendary, just because it's a well-respected. People make some crazy good pirate costumes, and notwithstanding the not so awesome picture that we got here, the idea of the pirate costume and being a pirate, I think, is legendary.
Yeah, I agree. I think if you do it right, that costume is going to be super epic, and you will stand out from the crowd for sure.
Yeah, there are some pirate costumes that cost thousands of dollars. Very authentic, very well made. I mean, I should know. I have a couple items that are not cheap, but are real and authentic and really cool looking. And I like to wear them. See, that's the thing. I love to wear them, but I can't just decide to go out not Halloweeny and just wear them to the store. I can't put on my sword belt and wear it to the store. No. I mean, I suppose I could without the sword, but people would look at you weird.
They should have like Halloween week so that you get to dress up all week.
They should have dress rehearsal week for Halloween, where it's allowed to wear pieces of your costume out.
I'm just trying out this costume. What do people think? Is this going to be the end result, or am I still working on it?
Mm-hmm. I'm just giving it through paces. Yep.
Halloween week. So do you wear a costume? Do you wear a costume to work on Halloween day if you're working?
Well, since I work in the lumber department, all my costumes would just get destroyed. So I'll get like a bag of concrete just dumped all over me. I mean, I do on Christmas Eve. I dress up like Charles Dickens or Scrooge.
Ooh. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I have a bell. I have white gloves. I have the
You
coat.
There? What day is this?
Yeah, you there?
It's Christmas Day, sir.
They did it all in one night.
Oh. I don't know what this song is. That should go with it.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
Well.
I just felt like doing a spooky dance break.
That was pretty cool intermission right there.
Next on the list is Princess. So
Oh.
I feel like girls and women love this costume. It is a standard. Probably, I get a lot of girls grow up wanting to be a princess, even though I don't even know what that entails. Is that even are princesses like? Is it just like a couple in the whole world, and they certainly don't dress like this? So I'm not. Maybe they're just getting from Disney has imprinted their brain that they want to be a princess one day, even though it is not an actual job.
Yeah, I mean they exist. You can hold two noble titles, like Prince Charles, for example, who's now king.
Yes.
He was actually the Duke of Windsor, I believe, but he was also the prince. So you could have many different. You could be a marquis as well as a prince or a princess.
How would you grow up and aspire to be that? It's all like family lineage.
Oh, you can probably thank Disney for that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think too. But I mean, they look great, and you like the idea of dressing up. So this is a chance to dress up. And is she going for a Princess Peach type Mario outfit here?
It sort of looks like a Princess Peachy outfit. I would assume
Peach-esque even.
Mario, please meet me at the castle. I have baked you a cake. Peach.
There's no way I'm going to marry you into this family. We have a royal lineage.
I'm in the Mushroom Kingdom somehow.
Oh, yeah. Well, she looks great, but I don't know if this is a costume. It seems like kids love this costume. You see it if you're opening your door to trick or treaters, you're going to see this a lot, and I feel like it's probably not.
It's your computer haunted. It's just playing whatever it wants to.
Oh, trick or treat! If somebody came trick or treating wearing this as an adult, you'd be like, "This is pretty weird." But I think like a lot of kids, this is a very standard kids Halloween costume. Where do you think we should rank this one?
Well, I think you're right. I think a lot of little girls like to go as the princess. It's kind of tough to tell sometimes what they're going for. Like, are you a princess? Or what's that? Sometimes they're holding like a magic wand. Are you a fairy god? No, I'm a princess. Oh, okay.
Grant me a wish. Like, do you do wishes? Like,
yeah, I've seen like the wands included, and it says princess costume. Wait a minute, why has it got the wand? Or they just put on a skirt. It's like, what are you? I'm a princess. I'm a princess.
That's how they talk too. It's so low you can barely even hear them.
They usually have are clinging to their mother's leg with their face buried in their thigh. What are you supposed to be, darling? Oh, she's a princess. Oh,
I'm a princess.
I'm a princess. What's that movie? I'm not sure I'm a princess. What was that? Was that Kindergarten Cop 2?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, remember there was like a scene where I'm not something, I'm a princess. And we are going to play a game.
Who is your daddy and where does he work?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
We're going to see. Yeah, we should have a counter on the screen every time we reference Kindergarten Cop. We're going to have another ding.
Yep, it's like you be the police girl. I don't want to be a police girl. I'm a princess. I think that was Kindergarten Cop. If anyone remembers this, remind me. Yeah.
Oh, you love Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, so one day we'll do a tier list with all Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
My name is Detective John Kimball, and I love my car.
That's It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Oh my gosh, that's a great movie. So he got out of the action movies for a while and then was just doing comedies, and those were all great too. And then I feel like then he went back into the action again. But
like Mr. that one with when he was with Danny DeVito.
Twins,
yeah.
They were twins somehow. Yeah.
Yep, that was a good one. Mr. Mom, was he was in Mr. Mom? No, that
Michael
wasn't
Keaton.
him.
That was Michael Keaton.
Oh, wasn't there one where he was pregnant, or am I just making that up?
Junior. No, Junior. He was yeah, exactly. He was pregnant. Mr. Mom, the guy was just a stay-at-home dad.
Ah, I see. Gotcha.
Oh, so
Arnold
anyways,
Schwarzenegger.
where are we going to put
All right.
Princess?
Where are we going to put the princess?
Mm,
So yeah, again,
princess.
princess costume has been around forever.
It
But
definitely
where do we
has.
put it? Man. Uh, just the concept of the princess costume is good and it's been around for a long time. I would probably put it at Cool Threads.
Cool threads. All right. I think I agree with that. It is a legendary esque costume. It's not fully legendary, but it has the potential that if, and especially if you like really do it right and you like are as an adult, if you like fully commit to that costume, and if you were in character all evening, that would probably be pretty cool too.
Mhm.
So
If
there's
you were
some
just
potential.
you mean if you just act like a prick all evening?
Yeah, but it's not. I think it's more like a Disney princess versus a royalty, like people are beneath me princess. Like the Disney princess is better intentions, I believe.
I suppose.
I suppose. Now this is a weird one. The next costume on the list is pumpkin. So you are going to dress as the thing that symbolizes Halloween and that most people have on their front door. So you're walking up to the front door dressed as the thing that is on the ground,
Yeah.
and people cut into you.
And people carve into you.
Mhm.
So yeah, the pumpkin is already everywhere on Halloween, so
Yeah.
making it a costume as well is, I suppose, festive, but that's not a costume to me. That's more of Halloween is a week away and I'm going to work or I'm going somewhere, so I'm gonna wear a jack-o'-lantern shirt. That's
Really, yes. That's one of the. I'm just going to wear a T-shirt, and that's going to count as my costume.
yes.
Oh, we have a Pixel Pixie. Oh, I agree. Cute costume for babies. I think that's right. If you see a baby dressed up as a pumpkin, that's going to be like a really cute sight.
Yes.
And
Yes.
there's
With
like the size. There's the size of a pumpkin too. So it's like, oh my god, that pumpkin's real.
that pumpkin is giving birth to a human.
So thank you, Pixel Pixie. I agree. It is a cute costume for babies.
Yeah,
I
you
like
could
that.
even carve little leg holes in an actual pumpkin and just gonna put the baby down into the pumpkin and stick the legs out and just hold.
Could you
No?
though?
No? Yeah, I think you could.
You're saying carve out a pumpkin so that you can put an actual baby inside of it.
Pumpkin diaper. Yeah. Just like just like not a big pumpkin, just like a pie pumpkin. You could just put their legs in.
Get 911 on the phone. We're calling the cops on this guy.
That's right. I'm calling Child Protective Services.
This guy actually put his baby into a pumpkin.
It's a costume.
Oh yeah, I'm a great dad. Don't worry about it.
It's nice and cool and slimy in there. Probably feels good.
Oh, that baby would not be happy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think baby would, be happy for a
Put it
little
in the
bit.
comments if you've put an actual human baby inside of a pumpkin. Please type 1 in chat now. Pixel Pixie, thank you
Type
for
1.
your comment. I do appreciate it. And I agree, it is a cute costume for babies. For adults, I think, like Maestro was saying, it seems kind of lazy. It's more like I just got a T-shirt.
Yeah, it's sort of like wearing a Nightmare Before Christmas shirt. You know, people wear that stuff all year round, and then they really do it up around Halloween. It's like, oh, I kind of see that all. People wear that and wear that all year round. You know, sometimes people stretch out the. I mean, I'm no exception. They wear Halloween sort of ish things all year round, but you don't really see the pumpkin gear until Halloween.
Right. Well, I love pumpkin pie. If she came dressed as a pumpkin pie, that'd be different.
Oh, okay. So one person's the pumpkin pie and somebody else is the Ready Whip.
Oh, that's a great couple
Yeah.
costume. Yeah,
And somebody else is the fork.
Oh, oh no! Like your son or daughter, they're showing up as a little fork. Oh,
Get over here, you little fork.
oh, and then the other son is the plate.
Yeah, there you go. That could be disaster. Because how many times are you going to have to play out the laying on the plate with the ready whip
All
and
right,
getting forked?
get down here. We're gonna recreate this again.
Yeah, we're gonna do it again. Oh, welcome, come in. Oh my
All
God,
right,
what a
come
great
in.
collection of costumes. Oh yeah, watch what we can do, and then they do it all over again,
Nope, I'm doing it once for the photo, and that is it.
and that's it. Yeah, but then you're just kind of. What if you would have to stay together throughout the entire night? Otherwise,
Oh,
you're just like a fork walking around.
that is true. Yeah, because I feel like if you're at a party, you have to point to the other side of the room and be like, "My costume makes more sense if you look. Yeah, over there. Yeah, look over there. Yeah."
Yeah, exactly. You have to all be together. Same thing with the bun and the wiener. Like if you lose your wiener at the party,
Where's my bun?
yeah, just go outside and see the wiener. Ugh! Oh God, you are not getting. Oh boy,
Oh, you got a
track.
chuckle out of the crowd on that one.
That's great. That was that was a
Where's my
very
wiener?
abrupt stop to the ladder.
They stopped quick. They
Yeah,
stopped
pretty
quick.
stop. That was not a soft fade.
Ooh. Oh,
Where is my fork? Where is my fork?
all right. So abrupt stop. Where would you like to put the pumpkin?
Oh man.
We've
As a
got
Halloween, as an actual Halloween costume, I would man, either cliche or dog poop F tier, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's even worse than cliche. I feel like it's either borderline cringe or dog poop.
All right.
What
Well,
say you, sir?
we'll do
I'm
since
hovering.
the baby costume
Yeah.
played a
Okay.
big part into it, we'll just give it the borderline cringe treatment.
All right. As an adult, borderline cringe. As a baby, super cute.
Super cute.
All right. So next on the list, okay, this is a funny one. Robot. If somebody showed up as this, I think it would be hilarious.
Is that a robot or like an electric shaver minion?
I feel like if you do the voice, okay, so first of all, you have no idea who's inside there, which I kind of like. I think that's super cool because it might not even have been someone you invited to the party. It might just be some complete rando that found their way in. I like
Could
that.
be.
You don't know if it's a friend of yours, if it's a complete stranger. And I feel like if they did the voice, I am at my first Halloween party. What do you think?
What do you think?
Do? What do you do at Halloween parties? I need to know for input.
Do you have any cans that need to be opened? I am here to fix the fridge.
Do you have an outlet for me to plug myself in?
Please insert coins for more interaction. You must pay to play.
I feel like I don't see this costume very often, but I think it'd be super cool if somebody walked in like this.
Yeah. Robot. Please connect Wi-Fi. Bluetooth.
I'm on my break. They keep saying robots are going to replace us at work, and I just feel like they're just going to be like, I am on break. I am going on break. I am on break.
Device not found.
As soon as you try to get them to do something, Mr. Robot, will you please sweep over there? I am on break. I am malfunctioning. Powering down. We know you're still on. Powering down. And you got to reboot the whole system, and then you just go sweep it up yourself. So I feel like we're going to start employing robots, and they're going to outsmart us. I just know it.
On the phone with IT.
I am calling myself.
Yeah, can't get my robot to work good. So slow. Well, did you update the latest firmware? I didn't even. Robot requires update.
I know it's always updating. You don't have enough memory. I don't have enough RAM. I can't update him anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not going to go well.
Robot requires additional software. Oh, God, you didn't get the software with the robot? No, it's separate.
And where do you put the CD?
There's only a couple slots that would work.
I don't see any. But for this guy to wear this costume, like you are fully committed. Again, I'm not sure if you're able to go to the bathroom or if you could even breathe. It doesn't seem like there's a good opportunity for breathing in there.
Yeah, that robot definitely looks very distressed.
okay, not to get
Yeah.
gross, but I feel like he definitely has to go to the bathroom. Like
Yeah.
I could tell right there, like he's struggling. Am I going to have to relieve myself in the bushes?
Yeah, he just looks like he's holding one in. Kill me.
Destroy your bathroom.
This destroy. Pee, wee.
Wee.
I
Oh.
win pee.
And then you just blame it on being a robot. He could just say whatever he wants and just be like, "Oh, I don't understand human emotion. Sorry."
I can do quantum mechanics, but I can't go upstairs.
So it might be kind of fun to be dressed up as this, but again, like the breathing, the functionality, the being able to go to the bathroom, even eating or drinking. So how is this person supposed to eat any candy?
Basically, when people wear costumes like this, I feel at parties, they show up in their full costume and the headgear is off within the first 5 minutes.
Okay, so that to me, that would ruin it. I'd be just like, get out.
Yeah.
You have decided, no one forced you to wear this. You have decided it's a pretty sweet costume and you have to commit. You can't take it off and be eating. And what you have to do is, I think, Mandalorian style, you have to go into the other room, take your head off, and then eat, and then with no one seeing, and then put it back on and come back in. That's the only way. It is the way.
Yeah. This is the way. This is the way.
You can't be taking your head off and just being like, "Oh, I'm just hot." Yeah, you're going to be hot. This is what you chose.
I love how we're admonishing the person who chose to dress up as a robot.
Shame. You chose this costume.
Chose this stupid costume. Now you better own it.
Yep. That's what I think.
Robo costume. That doesn't even look like a robot. That looks like some weird astronaut with, I don't even know what that mask is supposed to be.
This is like, 1960s Twilight Zone episode of what they think robots were going to be in the future. This is kind of
this is like the day the Earth stood still.
Yeah, exactly. They landed here. Now what are they going to do? Are they going to eat us?
Not with that mouth.
He's gonna take his head off to eat. All right, so where are we putting robot on the tier list?
Well, a robot I wouldn't say is a very popular costume.
What do you mean? Everyone is wearing it.
Everyone is robot. Feel like robots, man. Robot. I would probably put that at, oh man, see the if the costume again is done well, it could be awesome, but not that one that you show. That one's pretty cringy. So I would put that in borderline cringe.
How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, I feel like we can't put it in cliche because it's not. I don't see it enough to be a cliche.
Yeah.
Okay. Borderline cringe. It is.
Robo cringe.
I think we are getting to our first scary costume.
Evil clown.
How about an evil clown?
The clown looks pretty evil, I guess.
He's got a saw blade lollipop.
He does have a saw blade lollipop.
That seems evil. Does anyone nice show up with that?
It doesn't seem very practical, though.
Well, I mean,
lollipop.
Well, he would have to tell you to lick it because if he licked it himself, it would hurt.
So the evil clowns, do they have to stay in character as clowns, but just evil? Because if you're an evil clown hell bent on slashing people, you think you would choose a better weapon than a saw blade on the end of a stick.
But aren't clowns supposed to be like a little bit crazy? Like he's not going to show up with a knife or a gun. Like he would have like a unique type weapon.
A lollipop weapon?
Possibly. Oh, clowns are for kids, right? So like he tricks the kids into having the lollipop.
I don't think any kid's going to be tricked into having that lollipop.
Well, he's definitely evil. I think I'm getting the evil vibe here. He's not friendly.
He looks like he's standing in front of his haircut.
It's a few feet behind him.
Yeah. I think maybe he gave himself a haircut with that lollipop.
My haircut is arriving later.
Yeah.
It's a two-part costume. Yeah, you guys, it'll make more sense when my haircut gets here.
It does. He looks like he's bald, but there's just something behind him.
Sneaking up on him.
Yep, sneaking up on him. I'd be more afraid of the hair.
Oh, and I feel like you're right. He has to be in character. If he's just like, "Oh, hey, Steve, how was work today?" Like he has to do the voice. He has to act kind of crazy. He can exactly a lot of laughing. So that's kind of cool. If you tell a joke at the party and he laughs like that, that's a little off-putting. That'd be kind of scary.
So that's how you tell if he's evil, if he laughs like that?
Have you ever done a clown costume?
Nope, I've never done a clown costume.
I know a lot of people have clown fears, and I know the movie It was very popular, but for me, clowns never really scared me. They never did anything for me, and I never really understood it.
Pagliacci was a famous clown. There was a joke where a very depressed man goes to the doctor and he's like, "I'm feeling really down in the dumps and sad, and what can you do to help me?" And the doctor's like, "I know, Pagliacci the clown's in town today. Go see him and he'll cheer you right up." And the guy's like, "But doc, I am Pagliacci."
Wah wah.
Yeah, wah wah. Oh, here's the thunder.
Is it raining where you are?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Granted,
okay.
I'm about 100 feet underground.
Safe.
They have to
stay away from the clowns.
They have to keep me in the bunker, or else I might escape.
I like it. I'm glad they let you out of jail for this one time to get on the show, and I appreciate having you here.
All right, Maestro, you get to be part of a show. Don't do anything weird.
You're still shackled though, right? Like for our safety. Okay.
I'm tied to the chair.
Like Chunk, like in the Goonies. What was that guy's name?
Yeah, Sloth.
Sloth in the Goonies.
Baby Ruth, baby.
They chain him up in the basement. He has to watch the same pirate movie over and over again, and you expect him not to go nuts?
Yeah, with Errol Flynn.
And he was a pretty normal guy. He was nice. He helped the Goonies and everything.
Yeah, he was. Chocolate.
Chunk was so scared. Oh my God. We'll have to do an 80s. Are you a big fan of 80s movies?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to do an 80s movie one day.
Yeah, like Big Trouble Little China. I think we should.
That's one of my wife's favorite movies.
Oh yeah, I love that movie. Oh, you know what? A great movie to watch is They Live.
Oh, Roddy Piper.
Yep, Roddy Piper.
I believe he was all out of bubblegum.
Yes, all out of bubblegum, and he was there to kick ass.
Oh, that's a great movie. Oh, those X-ray specs. Oh,
yeah, has one of the best fight scenes in any movie
for sure.
ever.
It definitely did.
I think it's up there for one of the longest fight scenes in any movie.
Well, he was a pro wrestler.
Yes, Roddy. God, I remember when
he did his own stunts.
God, what was it? Tatanka I think that was his name, or anyway, I forget the wrestler, but there was a Roddy's Corner or something like that where he did like an interview. Yeah, Piper's Pit, that was it. And he just hit someone with a coconut or a pineapple, and he didn't hold back. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. That was really funny.
That does sound funny. Oh, you could go as Roddy Piper for Halloween. That'd be pretty cool.
You could totally go as Roddy Piper.
That'd be pretty mage. Where are we putting the evil clown costume?
Oh God, I still want to know what makes the clowns evil, but
he looked evil.
He looks evil. Man, we're totally judging these clowns, and nothing to do with the buzzsaw on the end of the lollipop stick.
Yeah, I don't know.
God, that's I want to put that in cliche because man, there's always a clown or evil clown.
All right. We have a cliche.
Yeah.
Next one up. Now we're heading into the careers. Like this is when you dress up as a job. Firefighter. So he's showing up to put out a fire at your party?
I suppose he is. No axe or anything. He's got some cool suspenders though.
Yeah, I don't know what
that helmet is tiny. That is nowhere near what
adult size.
that is a small
What is it
helmet.
protecting? It's protecting like his eyes barely, but like all the smoke and stuff can go right under it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, no
Yeah, it
gas
looks like
mask.
a child. Yeah, an adult wearing a child-size helmet.
It does. It really does.
Hmm.
Oh man, I don't know about this one.
And I feel like this is another one where like the kids want to be this as they're growing up, and then they grow up and they're just like, do I really want to? This seems like a dangerous
Yeah.
profession. I don't think.
Again, people that go as firefighters are probably really firefighters and already have some of the gear.
That would not be allowed. You can't show up to a Halloween party wearing your actual job stuff. I would say
so
no.
it's acceptable to show up wearing somebody else's job stuff.
Yes.
Hey,
If
you're
a
a
firefighter
right?
showed up wearing his work clothes, like that is, I think even the pumpkin shirt is more creative than actually wearing your work clothes.
But no, who would know unless he told on himself? You wouldn't know. You'd just think, wow, that's a really high quality fireman outfit. Why does it say your name on the coat?
No, he would have to wear someone else's coat from work. He's like, no, I'm not being me. I'm being Joe, my coworker.
That's right. No, I'm not Jensen.
No, you're totally misreading my costume. I'm not me.
I'm totally Carmine.
So I don't really like this costume, and it's like one of those things where it's like just a job, and it's not scary. I think definitely it's easily a cliche for sure.
I don't know how cliche it is because I don't see too many people dressing as firemen or firefighters.
You don't see the kids wearing that?
Not really. Normally it's man, I know there was a phase where people wore different, like priest outfit or cop. I guess cop would be more popular than fireman, but man, I would never choose it. I think it's probably a lazy choice as a costume. You could probably just get away with just the jacket if you could find a decent jacket somewhere.
No, I definitely think you have to wear clothes underneath. Where are we going to put it?
Well, yes, of course you wear clothes underneath. I was unless okay, so the only acceptable niche criteria for is this you show up and you're the stripper. If you're a male stripper, then you can show up dressed as the fireman.
Yeah, and you some way you use the word hot. Is it hot in here?
Yeah. Oh man, is it hot in here?
Or
somebody call the fire department.
Yeah, exactly. So this is not my favorite costume.
So more male stripper costume than Halloween costume, I would say.
That can be a different one we do. Yeah, we'll do
we'll do male stripper costumes.
We'll do erotic dancer costumes, and that'll be a good episode
for
sure. Where would you like to put the firefighter costume?
Oh man, as a Halloween costume, I would probably pump it at dog poop F tier.
Wow. It's joining the dog.
Yeah.
Dog poop F tier and firefighter. Yeah. These are so far the worst costumes.
Dogs got some company.
And next up, Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster.
Yes,
I know you're gonna have some history on this one, but first I want to say if someone is dressed up, if somebody's very tall, like, this is a good option. This just seems like a tall person's costume. If you were a short person, shorter, I don't think you're going to want to rock this. This is I guess like even like the hair and the head, maybe it adds a couple inches, but I feel like this is for tall people.
Yes, I definitely agree. This would be if you're a short person, you could pair up and be like Fritz or Igor.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Right.
And go with the Frankenstein monster. But yeah, this costume with the flat top and everything is obviously based off of the classic Boris Karloff Universal movies of Frankenstein, which we all know and love. In Mary Shelley's book, he's just sort of a collection of different body parts, different criminal body parts. But the look that we know and love today was totally a creation by Universal Studios. And I forget the makeup artist's name, but if we do a deep dive on Universal Monsters, I'll get that info for you guys. And if you're interested in that, please let us know, because I would love to do a deep dive on the Universal Horror Cycle. It's one of my favorites.
Definitely. definitely.
But yeah, Boris Karloff.
I see Gene Wilder just yelling at this guy. Like, wouldn't that
Yes.
be great? Hair a little flutter.
It's pronounced Frankenstein.
Oh, Mel Brooks, people, look it up.
Yeah, fantastic movie. That's another one I watch every. And if you watch some of the older Frankenstein movies, I believe Bride of Frankenstein, and there's another one. I think it was Return or something like that. But there's a third one. I can't think of it. But they pulled some of the scenes. They recreated some of the scenes directly from that. Like when he meets the old man
Oh,
in the
yeah.
cabin. That's directly from one of the old Frankenstein movies. But
That's pretty cool.
you should definitely give those a watch if you guys get the chance to watch some of those old Universal Studios horror movies. Fantastic.
Definitely. So this is a very cool costume.
Mhm.
I feel like it looks like he's pumped some air into him. He doesn't look
Yeah.
look right. He doesn't look right.
He definitely has the shoulders. It's tough to. Not everyone was built like Boris Karloff for sure. So to get the big broad shoulders, get that V look, gives you a more robotic look, which is what Frankenstein's monster you would assume would be like. And man, this is one of the iconic costumes in my opinion. Frankenstein's monster is legendary all the way.
All right. So there we go, people. We have it in the legendary costume tier.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one also might be legendary. Let's go to the next one. Mummy. So this is interesting. I like it because you can make this at home with some bandages. You can throw some makeup on, maybe just some random. I don't really think you want toilet paper hanging off you, so you're probably going to want to use bandages. And this would probably use a lot of bandages. But I like this costume. Of course, the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser are fantastic. The old-time Mummy movies are also great, and I think you could pull this off as a guy or a girl. I think this is a great costume.
Yeah, this is looks like the sexy mummy. So again, there's always like a sexy version of every Halloween costume nowadays. But just like the last one, Frankenstein's monster, the very first Mummy movie was the Mummy was played by Boris Karloff. And the very first Mummy movie is vastly different than what you might assume. When everyone thinks of the old Mummy movies, you think of the guy rising already wrapped up with the arms out like this, chasing after people from disturbing his grave. But the first Universal Mummy movie with Boris Karloff, he portrayed Imhotep. He was actually a plotting, planning, and conniving mummy. He rose from the dead, and sort of in the same vein as the Brendan Fraser movies, he found a woman that reminded him of, I guess, Anck-su-namun, which was his lover. So he wanted to kill her so he could resurrect her so that they could live together forever. And it was really, in fact, there's a couple different cuts of this movie. It was kind of a brutal movie. There's depictions of people getting impaled back in ancient Egypt. And back in the 1940s and 50s, that was not seen on TV or in film. It's not until the subsequent Mummy movies where the mummy was switched from Imhotep to a character called Karis the mummy, and that's the mummy that we're all sort of familiar with, that gets up all wrapped up and walks around all zombified. And that's the mummy that was in the Mashup series. That's where we get Monster Mash from, the Mashup series, where the Universal actually pit Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and the mummy all in the movies together. And then they even added Abbott and Costello, and there's Abbott and Costello meets the mummy, or Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein. Those are the Mummy movies that are in the mainstream that people are sort of aware of. But the very first one with Boris Karloff is vastly different and is absolutely worth a watch.
Nice. All right. Well, he's giving you guys a recommendation. Make sure you check it out sometime in October. What do you think about the costume? Like, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, again, there's different. You could do the Imhotep costume where he's actually dressed up in Egyptian gear with the fez and just do the makeup and say, I'm the mummy. Or you could wrap yourself up, like you said. That again, I'm sort of biased because it's a Universal monster, and that's like one of my favorite genres. I'm tempted to put it at legendary, but you don't see too many. It's not as legendary as, for example, Dracula Or
but man, it would be really cool if someone showed up. Yeah, you're right. You don't see it very often, but if somebody showed up wearing that, that would be pretty cool.
well, it is a monster. It's a universal monster. So let's go ahead. Let's put it in legendary.
Legendary. We got it up there right next to Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's go on to the next one, which is Zombie. All right, so this guy has had his brains eaten.
What
and now he's
happened to this guy? Look at that.
He's going to eat your brains.
Ooh, it looks like he's wearing cheesecloth.
Well,
this is the worst zombie costume. Look, the shirt. Okay, so he's torn the shreds, but that shirt is perfectly white.
Well, he just had it dry cleaned. So he just had it dry cleaned. Then he turned, but his outside clothes. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So yeah, look at that makeup job, and then look at my picture down there, and. I mean, come on, a little bit more effort. I mean,
who is the official zombie here?
The hands are the hands are totally normal.
Right.
The costume is oh god, this costume is off. How do you tear shreds out of the look at that tie. Where's the rest of it? What? Wait a minute. Okay, look at the knot. Look at the knot on that tie. Where's it hanging from?
Where's the rest of the tie, people?
Where's the rest of the tie? Where's it hanging from?
It's just a floating tie, people.
It's what? And how does the collar get shredded like that? I'm so confused about this costume. Where's the buttons? Wait a minute. Where's the buttons on the shirt?
How do you put this on? Yeah. How do you wear this to work?
How this might be the worst costume I've ever seen.
Wow. That's strong. That's strong.
He looks like he's. I don't know. He looks like.
Well, you have to if you're going as a zombie, you have to wear tattered clothes for some reason. Your clothes are tattered.
These clothes are more than tattered. I'm so confused about how something even gets to this state.
But even look at that. Look at how kept his hair is. Like his hair is just like
his hair's combed for.
Yeah. So he's been a zombie long enough so that his clothes have fallen apart, except for his shirt, and his hands are fine. And his hair is nicely combed. He even went to the barber maybe a week or two ago.
Yeah, the tie is confusing. It almost looks like the tie is still knotted perfectly and up where the collar is. But where's the rest of the tie?
There's no collar. There's no collar. There's no rest of the tie. This is strange.
How is everything, guys? Feel free to put in the comments. This is the worst zombie costume I've ever seen in my life. Just if you agree, just thumbs up or this
negative,
is awful.
Yeah, this is a negative costume.
How do the pants get torn up like that, but the shirt is still pristine and white? This is awful.
I know. I wish my shirts were that white. Like this is crazy.
This is lazy zombie.
Lazy crazy.
Lazy zombie. This is an embarrassment to all zombies.
So I have a feeling.
Yeah, as a god, if you would have picked a better costume, this probably would have done better.
Wow! You're blaming me? You're blaming me for this?
If we look past the costume,
I'll eat your brain, sir.
No. Fun fact: the whole brain eating thing didn't come around till the movie Return of the Living Dead.
They are delicious. So what were they eating in the first one?
Well, see, there was the Night of the Living Dead, and the Return of the Living Dead is totally separate from the Romero of the Dead series. Return of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, totally separate. They didn't eat brains in those movies. It wasn't until Return of the Dead where the whole eating brains things came into the mainstream. And granted, I didn't watch a whole lot of The Walking Dead, but I don't know if you have either, but was there a whole lot of specific brain eating? Or was it
just eating people in general?
Yeah. See, it's the brain thing. Everyone thinks about zombies eating brains, but if we look at the pantheon of zombie movies, there's not a ton of brain eating going on.
That's a good point. I wonder. The brain does seem like that probably would be the most delicious part.
It is tender. It's like listen to me. Oh, it's really tender. It's kind of like pudding. Especially if they have some sort of spongiform encephalopathy.
Monkey brains are a famous cuisine.
Oh, don't reference that Indiana Jones movie because
and also Clue the movie.
Yep, the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. The
Mhm.
the government of India was not happy.
They're still mad. They're still mad about it. It was
uh,
1985. Let's move on.
the giant bats and the monkey raid, but surviving that fall from the plane on the inflatable raft, totally fine.
When we do the Indiana Jones tier, we can argue about those movies
Oh yeah,
for sure.
alrighty.
Okay, where would you like to put? Okay, so maybe this picture aside, just in general, what zombie costumes? What do you think?
So zombie costumes are. I know there's contests to see who can do the best zombie. People love zombie movies. Zombie mania is a real thing. And as a result, I would put that. I don't know if I'd put the costume in legendary, but I would go cool threads
All
for
right,
the zombie.
if you do it correctly and you have fun with it, because you can also like slink around all night and like act all lazy and zombified. Yeah, so that could be pretty cool. So we are putting it in cool threads
Cool
if done
threads,
right.
bro. If done
If done
right.
right.
Exactly.
If you show up like
That is.
this, dog
Oof.
poop. If you
We
show up like
that
that,
is. Oh
dog
my
poop.
god, that is the worst zombie.
I feel like nowadays you can show up to a job interview in this, and they would just be like, "Meh."
You'd be more, yeah, more dressed up than half the people. Yeah.
"Hey, at least he didn't wear pajamas."
Yep, showing up in their sweatpants.
All right. Well, how about a famous history lesson with Blast and Maestro? Maestro, presidents
Yes.
as a Halloween costume. Is that a thing?
It is. I see the masks all over the place. I've seen
Oh yeah,
oh
yeah, yeah.
man, you could be
The Nixon
yeah,
mask,
Nixon mask, the
Ronald
Bill
Reagan.
Clinton mask, Ronald Reagan, Donald Trump. I'm sure there's a Biden mask out there, but this is a Abraham Lincoln is probably a more popular one just because of the top hat and the overcoat and
Uh,
the clothes. I would imagine.
do you have a top hat? Yes or no?
Yes, I have two.
I knew it. I knew it.
Real
I
ones
told you,
too.
people. I
I
told you.
I have one that's oversized just for effect. I have to
Definitely.
stuff it so
Hmm.
that it sits on top of my head. But I
Do you have to
wanted
like duck when you walk in the door?
it's no, it's not a stovepipe tap. It's not a stovepipe or a high top one. Like, but I would like one of those, but they're just normal matted, or napped for top hats.
And when are you wearing that, sir?
So I usually wear those around Christmas when my with my
Ah.
Charles Dickens get up.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I like it.
Hmm. I don't
Yeah, we're
think I
gonna need
have
it.
any around
Oh,
here that I could show you, but
when it gets closer to Christmas, we're gonna have to do some Christmas episodes. And if you want to dress up, I wouldn't be against it.
oh well, then I shall. Yeah, Christmas
Mm,
Christmas will be fun because that's Christmas to me, and Halloween sort of kicks off the whole holiday season.
it does.
It's like it makes the nostalgia is strong and the antiquity of it all. Writing with I always like to I have a lot of dip pens and a lot of ink. I have quill pens, feather pens, and I've been working on actually just started last year copying with quill pens the entire Christmas Carol by Charles
Oh
Dickens.
wow, that's a
So
lot.
I'm big into that. So again, that could be another topic if you like to chat about inks, pens, fountain pens. I have a collection of those too.
He likes pens, people.
Like pens, guys. But the
Where?
president
Oh yes, sorry.
costume in general, I'm not a big fan of. I think it's just a novelty to buy a president mask and wear it around. If you're not Abraham Lincoln or if you're not George Washington or Thomas Jefferson with the powdered wig, then I'm not. I don't know. I don't see the point
Yeah.
unless you're making fun of a particular party or a particular person or just
And
wearing it
that's
for
kind of
as a
annoying.
gag.
Yeah. You don't want to get into a politics argument at Halloween. Everybody's having fun. And especially you don't want to shave just your mustache area. Like that seems
Yeah,
weird.
you don't want to go full Mennonite.
Yeah, if this was Weird Al in a music video, then that's
Yeah.
great. But as a Halloween costume,
Assuming that you already have the full beard, otherwise you'd have to just like get one of those ones that you just hook around your ears.
oh, that's funny. All right, so president costume. Where are we going to
All
put that
right,
one?
so not a big fan of the president costume.
No, me either. So
Uh,
I'm leaning borderline cringe or dog poop tier. What do you think?
well, they are out there, so man, I would say borderline cringe for me.
Borderline
Yep.
cringe. People do not. wear a president costume to a Halloween party. You heard it here first. But maybe you could wear a bat costume. Could you show up as a bat? There's nothing. I mean, if you want to talk scary, a bat coming out of nowhere, that's scary.
Batman is pretty scary.
No. Well, Batman, yes. If you're a bad guy, yes.
So we're not talking Batman. We're just talking bat.
Just a bat.
Just a bat.
Have you ever seen a real bat in person?
Well, yeah, they fly over my face all the time, like at night. Not all the time. Never mind. Just I see them.
Do you live in a cave, sir? You did say you live underground.
Yeah, there's bats here.
Okay, there are in Michigan. There are a lot of bats. So, doesn't it freak you out?
Not really. It's just
like a flying rodent.
They are like sort of like flying rodents.
Are you eating them too? Are you catching them and eating them, sir?
No, I couldn't catch one of those if I tried. Granted, I haven't.
It flew right by your face.
Well, yes, it flew right by my face. It didn't fly into a net that was in front of my face.
Aren't you ready for it?
You're never ready for the bat. You're never ready for Batman.
Try it.
If I could punch the bat out of the...
Don't tell Pete. He doesn't mean that, people. He doesn't mean. He's not going to hurt any bats.
I would need to get my pink shirt and chain.
That's a deep cut. You have to go back in the archive to figure out what that's about. I think this is a cute costume. She just has a zipper. It looks like she's just wearing a hoodie, like a sweatshirt, with some extra wide arms.
Yeah. So there's really not a whole lot here that screams I'm a bat.
No. Well, I mean, what else would this be?
So here's the thing. It's really hard to make a bat costume without it looking like Batman.
Yeah.
So you can't really make a bat costume that looks really like a bat without it looking like Batman.
Yep. So
you just have a big cowl with ears.
It's like the wings. It's only in the wings can you really tell what's going on here. And yeah, I give a D- for effort on this one.
D- for effort. Wow. It's like that's not a whole lot of effort at all.
Just put on a hoodie with extra. It's like what was that? The Snuggie.
It does look like a Snuggie. Yeah.
She's wearing a black Snuggie with some ears.
Yeah, I mean it looks comfortable, but it's not something that I would.
You can lounge in it.
Yeah, again, not a whole lot of effort in the actual costume with this. It's just like one piece. Granted, I don't know how many awesome bat costumes are out there.
It's a flying rodent, people. What can you say? So I don't like this one. What is your thoughts, sir?
Well, if it's not Batman, then
it's Batman or nothing.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it in I hesitate to put in cliche because I don't see a whole lot of just bat costumes.
That's true.
Batman costumes, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Batgirl costume, sure.
Just bat.
But just bat. You can't even say Batman or Batgirl. I'm just bat.
I'm just a bat.
I'm just bat. I am not this Batman.
Who is this Batman you're referring to? He doesn't represent us.
I'm just bat. Oh man.
Where would you like to put this one?
Well, let's put this one borderline cringe.
Borderline cringe.
A lot in that category right now.
It is. There's a lot of cringe costumes for sure. Is this one cringe worthy? How about a bunny?
Aw.
It's kind of cute. It's definitely not scary. It's hopping into your Halloween party. How would you react?
It's cute. Again, it's another furry-esque costume.
Yeah.
I like it better than the dog costume.
Definitely.
For sure.
A real rabbit doesn't look like this, I've noticed.
Oh, yes, of course. A real rabbit doesn't have a human face.
They don't?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Pretty sure.
Bunny, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
The bunny costumes are pretty common, I would say. I see a lot of bunny costumes. Sometimes they're just the like a pink leotard with a bunny tail and the ears.
Yeah.
Not normally the full Snuggie outfit.
Yeah, this is a lot. This is a cold weather state. This will keep you warm for sure.
For some reason, I want to picture her with like boxing gloves on, the way she's holding her
Oh,
fists.
is she gonna knock you out?
She looks like she's ready to throw some fists, pump some fists. Oh, He's a
You got a
so
problem?
boxing, yeah, boxing bunny
Oh,
going toe to toe with Just Bat.
I feel like that would be like a kangaroo costume. What do you think?
Yeah, that's probably Mark Kangaroo. That would be a good. You could keep things in the pouch. That would be a practical costume.
Right? And are her ears big
In the
enough?
pouch. No, I don't think those ears are big enough.
No,
I think
that's
they
not.
need to be larger.
I would say 50% floppier.
Now, see if you combine Bunny with Abraham Lincoln and had an Abraham Lincoln Bunny,
Mhm.
that would be a legendary costume.
Combining two costumes. I
Yeah,
like it. It makes you think. People would question what is going on with that
Bunnyham, Bunnyham Lincoln,
Abraham Bunny.
a Bunnyham Lincoln. Yep, Abraham
Mm,
Bunny.
I,
But yeah,
Maybe your,
there's not a
your
whole lot to
jokes are
say
cringe.
about it. I
Your
know,
jokes are cringe.
I know, totally
I
cringe.
think that one is going to go in cliche. What do you think?
Yeah, let's pump that in cliche.
We have a cliche right next to the evil clown. I like it.
Evil.
All right. Who do we have up next? We have a burglar.
Ooh.
So if he showed up at your door
If he just showed up at your door.
for Halloween,
Mhm.
let me finish that.
I like
If you get
yep, if you get that knock. Man, that sounds so real. So I got these really awesome headphones on, and when he's playing that knocking, it really sounds like somebody's over there knocking.
if I guess a burglar probably wouldn't knock, they would sneak in through your window, and they
Mhm.
definitely wouldn't dress like this. This would draw attention to themselves.
Oh yeah,
So
that was the whole point behind these striped shirts and the
let people know that
yeah,
guy's
so
bad
that they would
news.
know that that guy's totally a convict. And you know
Mm,
the orange jumpsuits that you see the guys wearing now, they don't really wear those when they're in prison. It's just when they're getting moved from or getting processed.
in case they escape or something.
Yeah, so they stick out like a sore thumb, baby.
I can respect that. I don't really like this costume very much. It reminds me of
Mhm.
the Hamburglar.
It does. Yep, it totally reminds me of the Hamburglar,
He's
or if
stealing
you
our hamburgers.
or some a character in a Tim Burton movie.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
or just like a bad guy in a silent movie.
yeah. Really, all you need to do to change Beetlejuice to a burglar is switch the stripes, like rotate the stripes.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Have you
up
ever
and
dressed up?
yeah.
Have you ever dressed up as Beetlejuice?
No, I have not dressed up as
Oh, that would
Beetlejuice.
be. You should think about that. That would be a great costume for you one of these days.
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
And it's they're coming out with a new one.
Oh, really? Are they following the? I know the premise for the second one was like he's in Hawaii or some nonsense like that.
I hope not.
Mhm. Time to turn on the juice and see what shakes loose.
The juice is loose with this
Yeah.
burglar costume. Where are we putting the burglar?
Well, nowadays you could just go out in everyday apparel and be a burglar and say, "Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm totally a burglar."
exactly.
Oh, fun fact, the difference between burglary and thievery is if a dude just takes something from you and walks away and you don't know, that's called burglary. If somebody like beats you down and takes it from you, that's called thievery.
Okay, all right. I don't think this guy's beating anybody down. He doesn't look too tough.
He's pretty smiley. What's he holding?
I think it's a money. I think it's money.
He's holding money. What's that dangling down there at the bottom?
I well,
Is that a is that a fake? Is that just is that a
yeah.
fake 5 o'clock shadow?
Oh,
Is that just painted on?
he couldn't even be bothered to grow a real beard.
He could he could even look at that mask. That's that's the other.
Oh, Pixel Pixie hamburger emoji. Yep, he's coming
Yeah.
after your hamburger.
Robble, robble, robble,
Oh no.
robble. Cat burglar?
Is it the hamburglar or the cat burglar?
There's the cat burglar.
Oh, that hamburger looks good. Pixel Pixie, thank you. That
Yes.
got me hungry. But that's funny. He does look like the Hamburglar, and I don't
Robble,
see Ronald
Robble.
McDonald wherever he is. He's rolling over.
Ronald.
He's rolling over in his grave.
He's
Pixel
dead?
Pixie. No, I don't know. Maybe.
What? Who did the Hamburglar kill Ronald? He's rolling over in his grave?
Was that thievery?
Shoo, man, it was thievery that turned into homicide.
Oh, okay. But in all seriousness, this
Really?
phony burglar costume, where are we putting it?
Oh man, let's go cliche for that one.
Cliche. All right, now we will go to a cat costume.
Kitty.
I feel like this is a go-to female costume.
Yes, absolutely. There's so many gals that love the cat costume.
And you can do it up, or you can just paint some whiskers and do your nose and wear the ears and possibly a tail, and you're good. And no one will question you. You probably see this every year at a Halloween party. So it's definitely cliche. Is it any better than that, Maestro?
No, I'm thinking there's again, you're right. A lot of gals love to dress up as the cat costume. Catwoman's a popular one. Oh, especially the Michelle Pfeiffer outfit. That was awesome.
If somebody showed up wearing that, legendary.
Yes, absolutely. So Catwoman costume, a good Catwoman costume. I see, the purple basically change the black for the purple and the big ears and get the classic Catwoman costume. But yeah, it's definitely cliche. A lot of girls wear the cat costume. Even if you remember the movie E.T., I think the mom was a cat in E.T. I wouldn't call it legendary, but it is a good costume. People like it. I would probably put it Cool Threads.
Oh, we got a Cool Threads.
Yep.
All right. We have
kitty.
Princess, Zombie, and Cat. That'd be a fun party.
Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. That's from Cats.
It really is. Pixie again. Last minute, lower effort costume usually, but has potential to be done really cool. Yep. I totally agree with that. It is something you could pull off very fast, but if you do it up a little bit, it turns out like you could look really cool for the evening.
You could be Zombie Cat too. You could combine Zombie Cat.
Yeah, but I think you're going more for a cute thing instead of a scary thing. Hopefully you guys didn't have the speaker turned up for that.
Into the furry category.
We'll have a furry show for sure. Thank you, Pixel Pixie, for that comment.
Pixel Pixie.
Let's go to a nice clown. We had an evil clown earlier. This is a nice clown. This guy doesn't seem very nice.
That is horrifying. Look at that. Is that an actual head, or is that an inflatable something?
No, that is his dome. That is what he's rocking.
Is that a mask? I can't
tell. That he's wearing.
Where's his neck? Where's his neck?
No neck.
I think this clown is scarier than the evil one.
No, he's nice. He's got a horn.
I like how you put nice. Nice clown.
He's nice. He doesn't mean you any harm. He wants to entertain.
How do you know this clown is nice?
I mean, he could. I think the colors. I think because the bright colors.
Oh.
Pixel Pixie with a question. How many of these fit in a small car?
I don't know, but I hope it's going off a cliff. As many as possible, and let's explode it.
He looks pretty tall. Like, I don't think there's a lot of these guys coming out of a small car.
Yeah, this clown
thank you,
looks like
Pixie.
A golem.
Oh.
Golem clown.
No.
Golem.
My Precious?
No, not that one. You know, the monster, a golem.
Precious?
No, not my Precious. My
Precious. That's the only golem I know, sir.
Smeagol, not Smeagol.
Smeagol. So Smeagol the clown. What do you guys think?
Smeagol the clown is nice.
I don't like this at all. Mm-hmm. Like I know I said earlier I'm not scared by clowns, but if somebody showed up dressed up like this, I would say, what is wrong with you?
Right. So have you ever heard of the Pied Piper?
Yes.
You know what the Pied Piper. So back then, somebody that was wearing pied clothing was wearing multicolored clothing, and that's part of the origins for entertainers wearing clothing that clashed of bright colors. Well, that's a fun story. If you get into the Pied Piper of Hamelin in
Hmm.
1830s, I think 1834, where he led the children away. The children of Hamelin disappeared, and it actually happened. There's documented evidence that in 1834, the children of Hamelin went away. Something dark happened in the city of Hamelin.
I feel like
Ah, yes. The Piper. That's also where the term "it's time to pay the piper" comes from. Because when he led
I thought that had to do with Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper, well, he kind of picked up that ball and ran with it. But when he got rid of the rats, when he came back and demanded payment, and the magistrate refused to pay him, that's when he took the children. And the only children, I think there was like 3 kids that didn't go. One was like lame and couldn't walk, and another one was deaf, and I think another one just got lost.
So if you didn't like your kids, you would just not pay, and then the guy would take them off your hands?
Yeah, but they didn't know that.
So there you go. You had options. Back in the day, you had options.
Well, yeah.
Now you're
get rid of the rats. Don't pay the piper. Then you get rid of your kids. Then you got to get out there and pull the radishes off your stupid garden.
Pixel Pixie, cute costume for babies. I don't think so.
Wait a minute, isn't that's for the pumpkin one?
Oh, all right.
You're going all the way back to Hamelin. You're gonna get piped away.
Pipe down, everybody.
Yeah, pipe down.
All right, so we have the nice clown. So we have evil clown as cliche. Where does nice clown go?
You got to give the clown costume respect because people have been dressing up as clowns for a long time. So we have to put it in cool threads.
All right, we're pumping it into cool threads. I agree. You do have to put some effort into that.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. This one, another job. Is an actual cop going to show up wearing this at the party? He's even got a gun. Like,
yeah, he does. He has a revolver.
It's a toy gun.
There,
it's a toy belt, a toy gun, but he means business. What do you think about the cop costume?
It's kind of cringe. And again, unless you're a male stripper, let me just slap the cuffs on you.
And then,
yep. You have the right to remain sexy.
He's got his little toy gun.
Yep. Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, yeah. I don't really like this costume very much.
Me neither. It's he's very unranked, it looks like. I'm not seeing any sort of insignia on the lapels there.
Directly right out of the police academy, minus the cool sound effect guy.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Yeah. The old Mahoney Police Academy. That's a good series of movies there.
When we do our 80s movie show. So Cop, I don't really like this one very much. I think
Me neither.
It's pretty much same as Firefighter. So not original in any way, and it's just you're dressing up as somebody's job.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say I'm leaning towards borderline cringe, dog poop. What do you think?
Man, there's a lot of costumes in the borderline cringe, but
they're cringy.
Let's give the dog and Firefighter some company.
Oh, dog poop F tier. You have a new costume. Next up, we have Cowboy.
Ooh.
So you get to wear a cool duster. You get to wear a hat, a bandana. He should also have some sort of a 6-shooter, some sort of weapon. I feel like you could talk real funny all night. Like this actually might be pretty cool, I think.
Talk funny all night. Well, what are you going here?
If Cowboys talk like that, they would have been stopped immediately. And
by who?
They would not have become by anyone.
By the cowboy police?
Yeah, no one's gonna put up with that voice.
Sorry, you can't talk like that when you're a cowboy.
How do,
It's
yeah,
gonna
how do Cowboys
put up
go?
with that
No, what
voice.
you say? There's something rustling,
Yeah,
rustling.
I'm gonna rustle me up a nice can of awful.
No. Well, and they eat grub. Grub.
They do eat grub. You're right.
They heat up a can of beans.
They do.
That's they ride a horse. They lead the horse at the watering trough.
You bring your horse. I don't see a horse with him. This guy kind of looks more
No.
like a Texas Ranger to me
Oh.
than a cowboy.
Them's fighting words.
Oh, you varmint!
You gotta have that. What's that like thing hanging out of your mouth?
Thing hanging out of your mouth
Thistle,
like a straw.
weed?
Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
chewing on some straw or tobacco or a cigar like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, you definitely have to be doing something. Yeah. Does he have a 5 o'clock shadow? Was he bothered to grow a real beard?
His looks a bit more legit to me.
It's hard to say. You're gonna be very warm at a party wearing that duster, like, and a vest and a long sleeve shirt underneath and a bandana.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about a good cowboy outfit is you can do it in layers. So you could have a nice vest, and you could take the vest off or waistcoat, a nice waistcoat, take the coat off, the duster off, and still have a nice shirt underneath. Oh God, what sort of shirt? A Winchester shirt was a popular one back then. Oh, fun fact. Yes, the same guy that makes the Winchester rifles had a degree in clothing. He made clothes.
Really? That's very interesting.
In fact, when you watch movies like 1883 or 19, the Yellowstone or the prequels, the 1923, the character that Timothy Dalton plays. If you recognize that one, he wears a Winchester shirt. Now, a Winchester shirt was a shirt that was like blue or striped or had pattern on it, but still had the white cuffs and the white collars on it. And traditionally, those could actually come off, and you could wash those separately because those got dirty more frequently than the rest of the shirt. Again, which is why they were white, so that they could be bleached and starched and then rebuttoned onto your shirt. Which is again why you see some button-up shirts that don't even have collars on them from those shows. In fact, that style shirt was probably more common than the shirt you see this guy wearing. So yeah, some work could be done on this costume for sure.
Yeah, and you could have a friend or a date show up as the horse, and that might be funny.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say like, I don't know, an assistant or another cowboy, but you could have a date just show up as a horse.
We're just cowboys.
Hey, yeah, let's go. Okay, I want to be a cowboy. Posse. You're going to be a horse. No, they have to go out and buy a horse costume.
Well, we actually went to Tombstone this year, and it was a lot of fun. And we've seen a lot of people dressed up as this.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's a great. Did you go visit the OK Corral?
Oh, definitely. We were at the spot where it all went down.
Ah, yes. Wyatt Earp was right here. Doc Holliday was over there.
Val Kilmer. Look it up, people.
Mm-hmm. That was probably the better version. There was an actual lesser known movie that Kevin Costner and man, Kevin Costner is all over this genre, man. He loves making and being in Western period things, doesn't he?
And baseball movies.
Didn't he just do one of those?
No, Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
And there was another one where he was a pitcher for the Detroit Tigers.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
He was throwing a perfect game, or he had a no-hitter going, and his girlfriend was at the airport. Who even knows?
You're right. In fact, wasn't that called The Perfect Game? The name of that movie? Maybe.
Maybe. I just liked it because he was on the Tigers. I was like, yeah, all right.
Oh, yeah. Leland.
No, it wasn't Jim Leland.
He was also in Waterworld.
They drank their own pee in that movie. Moving on. Cowboy costume. What do you
cowboy costumes are really, really, really good costume, especially right now with the sort of resurgence in popularity of Yellowstone.
Yep. Yellowstone is made right now. What do you think?
In fact, okay, guys, a little shout out. I'm actually wearing an Ariat shirt, and I have a lot of Ariat shirts. I think they look great and they feel great. And I got that idea from watching Yellowstone because they're sponsored
Hey,
by Ariat, and a lot of the guys in there wore those clothes. And I was like, oh man, those look nice, and they're kind of good work shirts. They're a bit rugged, but they still look nice. So I gotta come. That's my friend back there, by the way.
that is pretty cool. He's keeping his eye on you.
Both of them. Yep.
He might be making an appearance later in the countdown.
Oh yes.
All right, so you are a big Cowboy fan currently. Not the Dallas Cowboys, but the TV shows.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
are you thinking cool threads, legendary?
I'm going right now as a Halloween costume, even though I just love maybe the idea of dress up as a cowboy, and it definitely has its uses other than a costume, because you could go and dress up as a cowboy or wear cowboy-esque things on other occasions, not just Halloween. So for that reason, I'm going to put it at cool threads and not legendary, just because we're ranking Halloween costumes, and you could dress being a cowboy and wearing cowboy-esque gear is still practical.
It is. Okay, I like that. And that is a good point. Like Halloween costumes are usually one and done, but if you have something like a cowboy outfit, you can wear that. You can wear that at different occasions.
Oh yeah, you still do a lot of cowboying down south.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
Oh,
ooh.
Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. Better give a treat, that's what if you want to keep life serene.
I know there's some evil origins to Halloween, but I don't know about this one. The phony pitchfork kind of throws me.
Yeah, that's a pretty pathetic pitchfork, if you ask me.
Who's he going to be pitching?
He's not
forking.
He's not forking anyone with that.
What's the pitching?
Not even the wiener.
He looks like ketchup though. Yeah, if he so that's actually the ketchup costume right
covered
there.
in ketchup. Yeah.
If he showed up with the hot dog costume, there you have a match.
Mm-hmm. Is that goatee and mustache? Is that just like photoshopped on? It's just like...
He couldn't even be bothered to grow I think it's a Van Dyke.
Yeah, or something like that. Little pointy goatee and the just the little pencil stash. That does not look real at all.
Would you sell your soul to him?
I would not. He does not.
Would Satan even wear a little bow tie, you think?
No, I don't.
He might wear a bow tie.
You think so? He might wear a bow tie?
No.
Not like that bow tie?
No. This is not good.
Yeah, that
I think of the candy. Costume. What's the candy like Red Hots that has a devil on it? Like that's or the New Jersey Devils. Those
Devils.
Those are kind of stupid. Like this outfit does nothing for me, and it makes me angry.
This outfit makes you angry?
Yeah.
Is it insulting to your costume sensibilities?
Like flames on the side of my face. Flames.
Are you turning into a devil?
Maybe just because as a Red Wings fan growing up, the New Jersey Devils were one of our most hated rivals. So I cannot get behind any devil of any sort.
Oh man, I think I don't know why, but I just really, really had a thing against the Predators. Oh god, I hated the Predators.
More than the Devils? More than the Devils?
More than the Devils, mostly because of their stupid goal song. They would always nah, hey, you suck. I was like, I hate it so much. I just loved every time we pounded the Predators.
We always beat the Predators.
Well, not always. When they had Pekka Rinne in goal and God, that defenseman, I forget his name, would just own us.
Seth Jones?
No, he was really tall. We courted him at one point, I believe.
Courted him. What was it? Yep. What was it, the 1800s, and you're trying to woo him?
Yes, that's right. Let me go ask his lady in waiting.
I'm going to ask his agent if I can get his name on a contract.
May I write him?
I would like to write him an offer, sir.
You, sir, are too bold.
All right, so the devil, where are we putting that?
A devil costume is very cliche, I would say.
Okay, very cliche.
Very cliche for the devil costume.
Speaking of cliche, this might be the most cliche on the entire countdown. A ghost.
Oh man.
I have nothing going on. I don't know. There's a party happening. I get the last minute invite. What am I doing? What am I going to do? I have a sheet. I can write on it. I can draw a face. Boom. I have a costume.
So did the ghost just pretending that this is a real ghost? Are those band-aids on his ghost body? Or does that mean that yes, this is actually a sheet that's torn, so I'm going to put completely mismatched patches over it?
So a ghost would be underneath the sheet. So the ghost is he's letting you know that he's there. So I think he's just using a sheet that is in the house. But
Yes.
yeah, that doesn't really explain the face though.
No, that does not explain the face or the jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, like give me candy. I just feel like
Little scalawags with fiendish gags.
Scalawags.
Stuff on you. So when ghosts
Will put his stuff all over you. I don't know what it's...
first of all, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I'm gonna say that right now.
Do.
I like the mean little lady who's like Ghostbusters.
Yeah. It's Ghostbusters.
How may I direct your call?
Yeah.
Oh,
She had like a tagline. I forget what it was. Janine, was that her name?
I think so. And she was
Yep.
dating that other nerdy guy in the second one.
Yes. Oh, I love that one.
Classic Rick Moranis, classic
Yep.
movies.
Vince
Ghostbusters 1
Clortho.
and 2.
I always say that. I got the keys. I'm Vince Clortho. I'll unlock the gate for you.
No,
The key
you definitely
master.
do. You are the key master. He
key
is the
master.
key master.
Vince Clortho, the key master.
You are the key master. So, would you bust this ghost? This is no Slimer. This is just a generic ghost.
And that is a very generic ghost. That's,
I mean, it has cliche written all over it. Am I
it
right?
It does have cliche written all over. That's one
we're
of the
in the-
laziest costumes.
I think we're in the cliche category right now because look at this next one. Skeleton.
Skeleton.
Now, I feel like if you did this right, this could be cool, but this is obviously just a jumpsuit with a skeleton painted on it.
Yes, that is just the arms aren't even attached. You could
It's
probably do the
ill-fitting.
arms
Yes,
better.
it's ill-fitting. It's too big. It's a couple sizes too big for him.
Yes. But a costume like this is meant to be worn in a place that has like black lights. That would look really cool.
Oh, like at a party where everybody's like doing acid and stuff. This
Mhm.
would probably be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, or if you're on stage singing or
Yeah.
doing a concert or something.
Doing a dance. Yeah.
But again, not a whole lot of thought goes into a costume like this. You're just gonna pull on the pants, put on the shirt, maybe do some black
I think
around the eyes.
I think the makeup job he did all right, but again, like, does the skeleton have hair? Like he has hair, a nice hairline. Like,
Yeah, skeletons
gel.
don't generally have hair.
they don't
For
use hair
sure.
gel. They don't use hair gel.
I mean, if they can get it, sure. Rub it all over their dome.
So
Skeletor.
where are you rubbing this one onto the countdown here? I think this
Where should we
is.
pump this one? This one again is kind of cliche.
It definitely is. All
Now
right.
that category is growing.
Cliche is blowing. Well, you would think we're doing standard Halloween costumes.
Mhm.
Cliche would be pretty popular.
Yes.
How about a spider?
Spider? What?
I think like Spider-Man, but we were trying to avoid getting sued, so we just threw in Spider.
Spider-Man. Yeah, superhero costumes. That could be its own subcategory.
Superhero movies. We could
Mhm.
we could be here all day. I
could.
feel like this doesn't look right. This doesn't look natural.
He's not looking very spidery to me. I think maybe he was coached wrong. He's looking more
Right.
like a crab to me.
Yeah, I get a definite crab vibe
I'm
here.
getting crabby vibes from him.
He probably has crabs. He's dressed as a crab and he has crabs. And
He's a crab that just painted himself to look like a spider.
maybe a crab and a spider had a baby, and this is what came out.
A crider?
A spab.
A spab. Yeah.
Would you step on this if you saw this guy coming near you?
I would probably kick it in the crabs and then run away.
It feels like this is like one of the creepier spiders, like a daddy long legs. It just hangs out in your shower, just in the corner, watching.
Hmm.
That's all it does. Doesn't mean you any harm. It's just watching.
Yep. If I went in my shower and saw him standing there, I don't know what I'd do now that I think about it. I would probably just close the door and just kind of walk out and think for a little bit.
Yeah, like what decisions have I made in
Yeah,
my
I would
life?
I would have to strategize what I'm gonna do.
Can
While
you kill
he's
it with some Axe body spray?
I could try.
You know, guys
While he's in the shower, just kind of go, whoa, what happened?
um,
Crab and
exactly. That's exactly
yeah,
what it
it's
is.
a
It's a
crab and a
crab inside of a spider costume. That's
oh
what it is.
god, crab inside a spider.
Oh, that sounds like something you get at Red Lobster.
Yeah. So if you were like eating,
The crab stuffed spider, sir.
oh god, it's just
Very
like
good.
the
Very good.
crab stuffed spider. Good
Maybe
lord,
the
how
spider
large? Yeah, how large is that spider?
The spider stuffed crab, sir. My mistake.
Spider crab.
Spider crab, and like, but this is like a commitment because you are having to lug these arms around all evening,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like they move with your arms. So
Yes.
you're
What
gonna
if
be
you
hitting people. This is not considerate to other people. You're gonna be bumping into them,
right? You could totally swipe some stuff off of a hors d'oeuvre table with those arms.
right?
And how are you? Are those mittens or
Yeah.
are those fingers all independent? There are those just
No,
like
no,
little.
no.
So your
I feel
manual
like
manipulation is suffering in this costume here for
I
sure.
feel like if something's cooking in the oven, they would have him get it out because he's literally wearing oven mitts.
Yeah, you would have the spider would be the cook.
Oh,
and then
that's
you could-
hot. That's hot.
Yeah. Spider mitts.
Mm.
You could have him
And
wear a
then-
chef's hat.
I know people don't really do it anymore, shake hands, but do you have to shake all of his hands? Sir, sir,
Yeah, you would have to guess which hand to shake.
sir, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
And it looks like he's wearing like a black diaper.
It does look like he's wearing a black diaper.
Because we talked earlier about not being functional. There's some of these costumes having
Mhm.
an issue going to the bathroom. How are you going to go to the bathroom with this?
You would have to take the thing completely off or just pull on a pair of Depends. Or
This
just
seems like you would need like two people helping you put this costume on. This is like a 3-person job to get into this.
there might be another person in there.
Oh,
Maybe there's a person behind them operating the other arms.
Where are they?
And
Like the
they're
like
just-
the clown earlier with the hair behind him. There's
Yeah,
just,
they're
like,
just in a fetal position in the abdomen somewhere back there,
operating the arms.
operating the arms. Or
You
you
just-
could
Quiet down there.
or you could attach a big garbage pail inside the abdomen and you could take your toilet with you and no one would ever
Hmm.
know.
That wouldn't be gross at all.
Mm-mm. But it would be sneaky. You could just, in fact, that's what he looks like he's doing. He looks like he's pooping right now.
Don't break eye contact.
Gotta clench the teeth.
Hey, when you got to go and it's Halloween, what are you gonna
Yep.
do? So spider. Where do you want to put spider?
All right, pooping spider. Good.
What do you think, Sarah? Where would you like to put that one?
Oh, let's go dog poop F tier.
Dog poop. Dog poop F tier. This next one's funny.
Oh
T-Rex.
gosh, I see a lot of these. The
Now,
inflatable T-Rex costume.
This is also a thing. This is a lot of work, and
Mhm.
it's going to be a struggle to walk around like this. And I feel like it's always some poor kid, and his parents are having him walk around the whole neighborhood like this.
Yeah, parents
And
make their kids. Yeah.
ugh. So boo you, parents, if you are putting your kids in this costume. Just if they say they want to be a dinosaur, just tell them like your evening is going to be awful. So
Mm-hmm.
I strongly suggest something else.
Yeah, this isn't something you'd go to a costume party with. It would just suck.
Oh, for sure. It'd be awkward. Again, like I was just talking about the spider bumping into you.
Yeah.
Imagine this guy trying to walk around a crowded party.
How do you inflate one of these things?
And I think it's like it's an active. I think it's still inflating because you have to.
Do you
maybe
breathe
carry
your
around-
own? Do you have to like fart a lot to inflate this?
Yes, it's what it said on the back of the box. Yes,
Ah,
I feel. Well, is it filled with helium? Like maybe that laughing gas? Maybe.
oh man, that would be amazing.
Yeah, this actually. this is turned around. This is actually an amazing costume. And And with his little tiny arms, how do you even reach like the dip or get some punch?
You would just fall flat on the table. You would ruin
Oh,
the party just
I
like a
feel like
T-Rex.
if you fall down, it's going to be hard to get back up.
Yep. So it would be just like you're a T-Rex. You would just, if a real T-Rex came to a party, that party's ruined. If you came to a party dressed like this, you're probably wrecking the party.
Oh, I would just be the guy in the back being like, clever girl.
Yeah. Clever girl.
Jurassic Park, people, 1993. Look
Yep.
it up. All right, so T-Rex. This is an interesting one. I don't think it's cliche because I don't. Well, I do. Yeah, actually, you're right. I do see it a lot. So, what do you think? It is cringe. It's awkward.
It's kind of cringe, but then again, it's kind of cool for a little bit. But again, you wouldn't.
If you show up for like 20 minutes and then you're gonna leave, then yes. Okay.
Yeah, this is a tough one to rank here.
It's hard.
If there was a category between cool threads and cliche, I would probably put it there.
Cliche threads.
Cliche threads, yeah.
Cool cliches.
Oh yeah, kind of cool with a caveat.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go kind of cool with a caveat. The caveat being, you hang out for 20 minutes, everybody gets to laugh at you, and then you have to go home.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's a lot of work. All right, we're getting near the end. We're down to V, vampire. Here we go. Does this costume suck? Your blood. See what I did there?
I do see what you did there.
Vampire costumes. I'm sure you have a story about vampires.
Oh yeah. So vampires are very very cool. So the concept of what we think a vampire or what a vampire looks like is what we get from Bela Lugosi pretty much, and his portrayal of Count Dracula in the first Universal movies. In fact, even the accent that he uses, being a Hungarian actor, is how he talked like Dracula. You know, I want to suck your blood, or welcome to my palace. Enter freely and of your own will, and leave some of the happiness that you bring. It's an actual line from Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I like it.
But anyway, I could. There's a lot of stories of vampires, and especially Count Dracula, that we get from the Bela Lugosi movies, especially the iconic, that right there, walking like this. That was actually the result of a editing error in the Bela Lugosi Dracula movie. So, okay, what happened was he was entering the room with Mina Harker in there, and the room was originally festooned with garlic, right? And vampires don't like garlic. But for some reason, the scene where it showed the room and the garlic got lost in an editing error. And when Bela Lugosi as Dracula walked into the room, he held his cape up like that to shield him from the garlic. But that got lost. The garlic scene got lost. So it just looks like he's walking into the room like that. And that's where that whole thing came from. Isn't that amazing?
That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
How a blooper like that turned into a very classic. I mean, that's what you think of. You think of that. So what do you give this vampire costume?
So, wow. That particular vampire costume,
Hey,
not bad. Blah.
velvet. Do they wear velvet?
They can if they want. He was a count after all.
Does he wear a little bow tie?
I would not go that far.
Does he wear pleated dockers?
Oh, well, depending on the pleats, he would probably wear some of the Garlone pants. I would assume that have the big front bib with the buttons on it and the pleats on the side. But that's what they wore back in the vampire days.
These
But
pleated dockers. I mean, he's like, I want to go to Old Navy.
yeah,
Will you drop me off?
I want some new threads.
But this is a classic costume. You could rock this as a child, as an adult, and you will be cool no matter what. No one's gonna have an issue if you show up dressed as a vampire.
Yeah, and again, vampires can be. You could pretty much put up any classical or have a black tie or white tie, and again, white tie rules or black tie rules. You can see a lot of vampires sort of adhering to that sort of I guess dress code, so to speak. Like you're going to the opera. That one scene in in gosh, what's that movie? The museum movies with what's his
Night at the
name?
Museum?
Night at the Museum, where
Ben Stiller?
yeah, with Ben Stiller. There's a scene, I think the third one, where Darth Vader was there and he's wearing a cape. And I think Bela Lugosi was there as well. Is like, are we going to the opera? I think it said that to Darth Vader. But yeah, that was a thing that you wore to the opera. In fact, you wore the little shoes like called opera pumps. And they're like flats now. So girls wear them now.
Yep.
But guys used to wear them. But again, he was a count. He wore the star, the medallion signifying his nobility.
Well, wait a second. If you take that cape off, it looks like he works at MDR movie theaters.
Yep, yep, absolutely. Could blend in, but again, yeah, a lot of
You want extra butter on your popcorn? And I feel like also at the party he could be like, "This party sucks."
Yeah. Oh, ba-ding. These parties sucks. Ah. 1, 2.
Or
yeah.
this party sucks.
I want something to warm my blood. I don't know. That was awful.
Extra butter?
Yeah.
Okay, this guy's costume notwithstanding, he did an okay job, but just in general, I think vampire costumes are pretty epic. I'm going to say legendary. What do you think?
Legendary tier for sure.
All right, there we go. All right, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Next up is...
In fact, extra points if you go the Count Orlok route and dress up as Nosferatu.
There you go, Count Olaf, people.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can get into that later. That's another topic.
How about Crazy Viking?
What's going on with his teeth?
This guy's nuts.
What sort of creature does he have strapped to his shield?
Dude, he is going to pillage your party. Like, I would run.
This guy looks like a hippie.
Hey, man. Is this the Halloween party?
Hey, man.
What a beard, though. I mean, it's nicely braided.
He did take the time to braid the beard.
And what a sword. Look at that. Oh, I guess it's more of a dagger. It's got a skull on it.
Yep, it's got some decorative knots on it. I don't know what sort of skull that is, though.
This is like a Thor on, like, acid or LSD or something.
You think that's Thor on acid? I don't know.
No, not maybe PCP.
So that's when Thor gets hammered. Oh
yeah.
Yeah. When Thor gets hammered, he goes and gets like cheap looking clothes and wears them.
He's also wearing khakis. Like, so how many of these guys are going to wear khakis?
Those don't look like khakis to me. Those look like some gray golf pants.
Let's go golfing after this, guys.
Oh, that
I'm gonna pillage this entire village. Pillage that village. It rhymes. You know it does.
Is that the cape over his left arm, or does he just have like a noodle arm?
Don't draw attention to his tiny arm, people.
You can't see any of his arms. In fact, it looks like his right hand's just coming out of his shoulder.
So don't be scared. He has the tiniest arm. Any resistance you give him whatsoever, he will fold.
Yes. Oh man. Viking. I don't see too many Viking costumes. That's for sure.
This is a new one for me, but I don't think it's a good one.
Yeah, that's more of like a Renaissance fair costume. I don't see too many Halloween Viking costumes.
This is Halloween. Okay, so where would you like to put
Halloween?
Where would you like to put the Viking?
Oh man,
the Minnesota Vikings.
The concept is really cool. I like the Viking concept, but it can be very very close to like a barbarian or some other sort of generic warrior if you don't do it right.
Yes.
And granted, Vikings didn't wear helmets with horns on them, but that's what they're kind of known as because of Wagner and his operas. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that can be another show. But the Viking costume, I hate to put it into something like borderline cringe because I think the idea is really, really cool. but it's tough to get right.
It has to be executed well.
Yep, and a real Vikings costume just doesn't look very good. Like if you went accurate, realistically, you would just be wearing a long linen shirt with long hair and boots.
So that's like you on Tuesdays.
Yeah, pretty much. So unless you go over the top Viking with the horn, helmet, and the bones strapped to your shield and everything, man, it's tough. So yeah, I would probably put it near borderline cringe for the costume. Yeah, that seems to fit.
Okay, there we go. I like it. I missed a comment from Pixel Pixie earlier.
Vampire costume
can be very versatile and cool, like steampunk vampire. Oh, this is like right up your alley, dude.
Yep.
Steampunk vampire, other variations, but could be very blah if lazy. I agree. If you really did it up, a steampunk vampire, like that would be pretty epic.
Yeah, like you could go into many different avenues of different genres of vampire. You could do the Twilight vampire, which in my opinion is just very cringe. And in my opinion, the vampire isn't like an undead creature that doesn't fall in love with other girls. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah. Like an undead creature that just preys on the living, controls them, and is just ravenous and sad and depressed. I don't know.
He lives forever. And Pixel Pixie, your comment does not suck.
Nah. Woo!
All right, so thank you very much for your comments.
And as a quick vampire fact, the whole thing with the stakes being able to kill vampires originated when people were afraid that their relatives would rise from the grave, so they staked them to the ground so they couldn't get back up.
And I love steak, especially with A1. All right, next up. Oh, look at this guy. His shirt is tattered. He's a werewolf. What do you think?
He is a werewolf. Wow, that's a nice looking shirt there too.
That's a fancy mask, and he's got the hands and everything. And you
not
feel
quite
like werewolves always wear the plaid flannel, though. It seems like they're always. So
it's like a tartan
plaid.
plaid sort of deal here.
Yep.
I'd like to see. I don't know why I just thought this. I'd like to see a werewolf wearing a kilt. I don't know why I thought of that.
You had to go there,
like an Irish werewolf.
He went there, people.
Irish werewolf. Make it happen, guys.
I can see him. I can see this werewolf having a beer in his hand, but then how would he drink it?
Exactly. So again, the werewolf, another famous Universal monster, was I believe first portrayed by Lon Chaney Jr.
Oh,
and if you know who Lon Chaney is, he was a very, very famous silent era horror actor. He played the first Phantom of the Opera. He did his own makeup, and his parents were actually deaf. So he grew up having to use gestation, like gestures, and his body to communicate, which made him perfect for the silent era of movies. And if you haven't seen the 1922 version of Phantom of the Opera, I highly recommend you see it. And his other movies, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, where he did his own makeup for there. In fact, the holy grail of horror movies is called London After Midnight, where Lon Chaney plays a vampire, and that film is lost. We only have production photographs from that movie. So purportedly there is a reel that exists still out there, but no one's found it.
Dang.
So the holy grail of horror movies.
That would have been sweet.
Yeah, look it up, guys, if you're curious. See Lon Chaney, London After Midnight, to see what he looks like as a vampire.
Well, if I know anything about Hollywood, they don't do anything original or creative anymore. So why don't they just remake that?
That would be a great idea. The premise for London After Midnight.
There you go.
Yeah, I should look up the script for that. That'd be a fun read.
We could do a live. We could do a live reading.
We could. London After Midnight.
Well, it's only 4:21 p.m. here. Okay, so werewolf costume. I think that's a good one. I would say it's definitely either legendary or cool threads. What do you think?
Yep. Well, legendary.
Legendary.
I'm gonna do a legendary werewolf.
All right, we got legendary. Yeah. Next up, this one might also be legendary or cliche. There's a lot of these. Witches. I work with a few of them. Witches. What do you think?
Again, I think it's a I think this is a pretty iconic costume as
It
well.
really is.
Witches have been a thing for a really, really long time, and not a whole lot were actually burned in Salem. I think maybe just one was actually burned.
One
All the-
ever?
One in Salem, yes. But
Wait. Which one?
the toasty one, of course. Most of the burnings.
Also, she was hot.
Oh, was she flaming?
No, you're not getting it. I've used it enough. All right, go ahead with your story.
Okay, you're the funny one.
We agreed there can be only one funny person on this show.
I don't remember agreeing to that.
Oh, which one?
You just recycled your own joke
It can be used twice.
in quick succession,
That was 30 seconds later.
just like
All
using
right,
the leg sweep in Mortal Kombat. Is that the
There you
only
go.
move you know?
It is. Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Sweep the leg.
Kid. Karate Kid, look it up. So
Yeah.
witch costumes. I feel like there are a lot of them, but it's classic. Like you're not gonna let anybody down if you
Mhm.
show up dressed as a witch.
Right, for sure. And the sexy witch is a popular thing too.
What's up with
Not
that
a whole-
hat though? The hat is not convenient. It's
Well,
like
the
a
hat was
dunce cap.
it was traditionally worn by in Europe, especially housewives or maids.
No,
Mm.
no.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
A housewife would never wear that hat.
Back in the 1500s, they sure did.
It's like governor.
Hello, Gov. And they would sweep the threshold with their broom.
Any
Don't
children? Any children for us to eat? And they would like to eat children's bones too. I always thought that was weird.
It is really weird. They would like to eat children's bones.
And they'd have cauldrons going all the time. Like, think of how hot. If you had a cauldron going all the time inside your house,
Mhm.
you would be. It would be unbearable.
Well, it depends on what time of year it was. In London,
Yeah.
it's kind of temperate all year round.
I guess so. Well, she lived in Salem, I believe.
Oh, this one lived in Salem right here.
Definitely.
Man, if she was dressed like that in Salem, that would be a pretty quick trial. I'm
Death!
not a
Death!
witch.
No. They would give her death pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And the guys would be like, "Are you sure?"
Mm-hmm. Anyway, like most of the burnings of witches happened in Europe, in Germany, in Europe. In fact, a lot of crazy stuff happened over there. In fact, a chicken was convicted of being a cockatrice because they thought he was a male. He was a rooster that laid an egg, and they burned it. They executed it.
That's really weird. Do you know why roosters love KFC?
No, I don't.
Because they want to see a chicken strip.
Oh, but
Oh, sorry.
really? You set yourself up and didn't get the rim shot ready?
Sorry, people. I let you down. Where are we putting witch?
Hocus pocus.
Right.
Oh.
Great.
Yeah, let's do cool. Well, let's go cool threads with the witch right there.
Cool threads.
Oh, you want another fun Halloween facty, guys?
This is Halloween. Oh,
Yes. All right, Hocus Pocus. So, do you know where that came from? Well, back a long time ago, when the Christians were trying to convert the pagans, they would make them come to church services. And church services back then were said in Latin. And during communion, take, eat, this is my body was said in Latin. And in Latin, it was hocus. Let me see. What is it in Latin? Hocus enum corpus meum. Take, eat, this is my body. And the peasants would watch this and be like, oh, let's see. And so that they would go back to their friends and their friends would ask them, so what was it like in this worship of their Christian God? And they would say, well, they changed wafers and blood into the actual wafers and wine into the bodily blood of their deity. And even back then, the transubstantiation of food into actual blood and body and flesh was far-fetched. And they said, well, how'd they do that? Well, they said a magic spell. What did they say? Hocus pocus. And that's where that came from, guys.
That's the story of Hocus Pocus. And you thought it was just a Disney movie.
Yep. Hocus
90s.
enum corpus meum.
was a
That's
fun
where that
movie.
came from. That was a fun movie. I watch it every year.
Cool story, bro. I do too. Did you see the new one that they came out with?
Yes, and I like that one too. That was fun. That was a lot of
pretty
fun.
decent. I liked it.
God, and when I watched that, and I realized, and I looked at the release date for the first one, I'm like, oh my God, am I that old?
What year was it?
It was like
Late
1990
90s?
something. Yeah,
Late
90
90s?
something. Let me look it up here because I remember that came out when that came out.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess 97. This is Halloween.
1993.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we were wee sprites.
Yep, but I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
when that came out and I watched it, and it was amazing when I watched it.
It was amazing.
Come, little children, I'll take you away.
Okay. All right, we don't want to get shut down.
Oh no.
This we can play. That is not copywritten. All right, very next, or we're down to the last two. Now we have Zombie Bride. Would you marry her, sir?
This is a pretty niche costume here. Zombie Bride? Are we talking Bride of Frankenstein?
Oh,
You don't know?
She's a zombie and she's marrying you.
Or are we
Your thoughts?
talking more like a Tim Burton Corpse Bride thing here? I don't know. I think that this seems pretty contrived to me.
Wow, forced even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is she a zombie or is she marrying a zombie?
Yeah. It's a unique idea, I suppose. It's not cliche for sure. But I suppose it's a good costume. I mean, I don't have anything against it.
But you don't sound like you love it, sir. I think it looks pretty cool. Cool threads?
It's original. We don't see a whole lot of zombie brides, but again, that's a costume that would need some an explanation to go along with it. Like, what are you? I'm a zombie bride. Oh, you know what I mean? It's like you
she's
don't.
wearing a veil and she's got the little flowers on her head,
Mhm.
like a dress. So you think she might be getting married?
Yeah, but she could also be zombie princess.
Oh, is that a thing?
It could be if you got rid of bride and put princess there. I would buy that as zombie princess
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
in zombises.
And Zombicide. Where
Zombis bride.
I think Zombis Bride.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go if it's done correctly, I'm gonna say Cool Threads.
Well, we'll do Cool Threads. It's original. I didn't see that one coming.
I threw him a curveball, people.
You pumped a curveball at me and it turned into Zombis Bride.
All right.
You don't have baseball player as a costume. I guess that would be
And
another.
I thought about a player because one year I had nothing and I just threw in a football uniform, did some black eyes, and boom, good to go.
Mhm. I was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle when I was little. Or just a regular ninja.
Minus the turtle.
Minus the turtle.
Were you even teenage?
And the teenage part. No, I was not even teenage.
That's a good question. What age is too old to go trick or treating? Does it just depend how tall you are?
No, I don't think there is a hard and fast rule. Maybe there is. Maybe it's like 14 years old.
That seems, yeah. I think I stopped probably 8th grade.
Yeah, when you get to be high school and you're going out trick or treating, it seems like you're kind of horning in on the kids' fun.
Yeah,
like delinquents going out. What are you doing here? I mean, when I was older, I did go door to door with a violin dressed like Mozart.
That is pretty funny.
Knock on the door, and then they would answer the door, and then I would play the violin and then run away. And then
the old violin and run.
Yep, the violin and run. And
violence.
One year I wore a shirt that said life on it and I handed out lemons.
Wow.
Because I thought that was pretty funny.
You were giving it out to people at your door?
Yep.
And what'd they think of the lemons?
I thought it was pretty funny at first. And then they got thrown back at the house later.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, don't go to that guy's house. He's giving lemons.
What an a-hole.
I just want a miniature sized candy bar, and this guy gave me a lemon.
Candy bar. From Brooklyn now. Oh, that's the other thing. So as you may know that my father's a dentist or was a dentist. And so we're the house that handed out toothbrushes when I was a kid. No one wanted to come to our house. Don't go
What?
to that house. They have toothbrushes.
Type in chat. What's worse, toothbrushes or like the guy that gave you like a nickel?
Oh God, the pennies. The guy
Yeah,
that gives you
pennies or a
pennies.
quarter. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do with this?
That's worse than toothbrushes. Come on, the handful of pennies guy.
At least it's money. But you know what's even worse is the apple with razor blade in it. That might be the worst.
That's pretty bad.
That's the worst.
You know what's the best? Is the house that just puts out a big bowl of candy and that says like take one.
Oh, and they're not even there.
That you just take the whole bowl. The first person there gets everything.
No. I didn't take the whole bowl, but I definitely took more than one.
Yeah, me too.
The take one sign is a suggestion.
Yes, it's not a rule at all. You just take the whole bowl.
For me, that is a great house, but I also love the guys that gave out the full-size candy bars.
Yeah,
you knew that house had money. If they're everyone else is giving you miniatures and they give you a full-size candy bar.
Yep, word spread fast on the streets.
I would always do the loop around the block and make sure I hit that house again. I'm sorry. Did I already hit this house? I apologize. Can I have one more though?
I'm gonna hit that house again. That's why you bring different masks.
A change up.
Yeah.
Especially if you're nearby your house. It's like you have another costume ready to go.
Oh yeah, just wear like a black robe, put on a witch, or put on a warlock or some mask, hit the house, find one that's really good, just go change the mask and then go back to the house again.
Honestly, yeah, if you had like 5 different costumes and just like you could do your same block over and over again, just change.
Yeah, just hit the block all over and over and over again. It's just like the old go vote, shave your beard, and then go vote again.
Or you can have a Van Dyke that's just photoshopped on.
That's a good costume. That looks really cool. Yeah, it's just photoshopped on.
No, I'm not really wearing it. And our final one, a wizard. Look at this guy. He's wizarding.
Is that a dude or is that a girl underneath there?
Unclear. Wizards can be women, right?
I suppose they could.
I don't think they'd have a full beard like that. But so anyways, this is a wizard. He's gonna do some spells and stuff, and at least he's got a pretty sweet costume. The beard is a commitment. That's gonna be itchy, and that's gonna make your face very hot. But I don't really see a lot of wizards, so it's hard to say that this is cliche.
Yeah,
you shall not pass.
You shall not pass. That's the other thing. Every wizard looks like Gandalf. That's right. Like the wizard look.
He's the only wizard that.
But if you're going warlock or sorcerer, those are a little bit more edgy and cool.
Yeah.
That's the thing. What's the difference between a wizard, a warlock, a sorcerer, an enchanter, a mage? What's the difference between and a druid, a seer? And I don't know. That might be for another show.
Who has a beard and who doesn't?
Yeah, is it a rule that you got to grow a beard? Well, I suppose it has to do with their lifestyle. They just don't care about their hygiene or something, or how they look.
Not married. I don't think any woman would put up with this outfit.
No, the beard's it is. I mean, it is cool as a wizard, but that's a lot of work. And I've tried to grow the big beard, and just
it's a lot.
It's a lot of work.
It's a life choice that
unless it's a magic beard. Might be a magic beard. The outfit's kind of cool, though. I do like the outfit.
Yeah, but a cloak in this climate.
And what do you mean in this climate?
It was 100 degrees today. I'm not wearing no cloak.
Wizard isn't in your climate. Wizard is like in Scotland and Stonehenge, or like a druid in his little hovel.
Yeah, but how does he hop on a horse and get around?
Very carefully.
Does he float? Does he cast a spell and walk through?
He's got special riding robes that have like a slit in the front.
All right. So
otherwise they would just ride up and you would see his wizard panties as
I thought you were going to say Wizard Wang. Thank you. We have the final one is the wizard, the Wiz.
Yeah, wizard or Merlin. I guess that would be a good companion with like a knight It could be like King Arthur and Merlin.
Right.
That would be a pretty good combo.
At some point, we need to do a Monty Python and the Holy Grail watch along. What do you think?
Oh, that would be fantastic. Yes.
That would be epic. That would be
Epic
legendary.
indeed. That'd be legit and legendary.
Legit. All right.
Legit.
So Wizard.
Wizard.
We have to end this pretty soon because I got to take a whiz. Where are we putting Wizard?
Let's put Wizard in Cool Threads.
Cool Threads. I agree. If you do that correctly,
Mm-hmm.
and you start growing out the beard, if you start growing out the beard in like June,
that looks like more like a 2-year beard to me. Look at his face. He's holding that mustache on between his nose and his upper lip.
Oh, he's scrunching.
He's scrunching.
I can't move.
But he's getting ready to cast a spell, though.
I love how the hair and the beard are attached. It's all just one headpiece.
Yep, it's just right on the face. In fact, you could probably do the same thing by cutting a little window in a mop and just like yep.
All right, mop head.
Mop wizard.
All right, the final breakdown. So, dog poop F tier. We have dog, firefighter, cop,
and spider.
Borderline cringe. We have the hot dog. We have a pumpkin, robot, a president, bat, and Viking. In the cliche category, we had nurse, evil clown, bunny, burglar, devil, ghost, and skeleton. Over in cool threads, we had princess, zombie, cat, clown, nice clown, cowboy, T-Rex, witch, zombie bride, and wizard. And the highest tier, the god tier, the legendary costumes. We have pirate, Frankenstein's monster, mummy, vampire, and werewolf. Are you happy with where we have everything?
I think everything looks good to me.
I think this is official.
Yep.
We have ranked Halloween costumes. I feel pretty good about it. We did it, people. Thank you for joining us. Maestro, thank you for tagging along. We would like to do this again. So let us know. Hit us up. Let us know what further Halloween content you're interested in.
Yeah.
Maestro, I would say even is a Halloween expert. Could I say that?
You could say that. Yes, you could
expertise in Halloween.
Yes. Halloween par excellence.
So hit us up hit me up on Twitter, hit the show up in the comments, and let us know what you'd like to see. And we have a whole month. We have officially 34 days that we can put out Halloween content. So let us know what you'd like us to do, and we'd be happy to put out more shows.
Yeah, guys, if you want us to do deep dives into some of the older classic movies, I'd love to do that. I thought maybe doing maybe I would watch as many Dracula movies as I can and kind of give my spin on which movie is most accurate to the book. We could do a comparison of the European versus American horror. A lot of stuff we could do.
I like it. So we have lots of ideas. We can do movie stuff. We can do candy stuff. We can do music, movies, all sorts of ideas.
And maybe pick which public domain classic film you might want us to watch on or around a Halloween, and we could do live commentary. I think that would be a fun thing to do.
Can we get one that they won't shut us down for copyright?
Oh yeah, there's lots. I know the original Night of the Living Dead that slipped into the public domain, so that is one that we could stream and watch.
Wow. Imagine us commenting over that. How funny would that be?
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Ah! Ah!
As a zombie is slowly approaching.
Oh, that would be great.
There's one now.
Oh, could we be hilarious over that movie?
I think we could.
We could.
Totally
Spoiler
could.
alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. We could. All right, Maestro, thank you so much for joining me. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Again, please put in the comments what you'd like to see in the future. Please like and subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and we appreciate you very much. Happy almost October, people.
Happy almost October, people.
All right, everybody. Take care. Thank you for joining. Maestro, take care. We'll do this again soon, my friend.
Absolutely. See you next time.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.